saying then, if you did have the Skittles ability,
Cover your arms up like Rogue.
you couldn't even jerk off, man.
No, you could though.
You couldn't even jerk off.
I'm not part of your body. I don't think body parts would fall off. It's kind of like Rogue.
How do you know the rules of the Skittles, man?
You've got to use the Rogue sort of like initiative on this. He's like, she can drain the life of other people, but no doubt she can double click a mouse.
I'm not buying it, man.
I'm having it, mate.
I'm
I'm
not
sorry.
buying
She can't
it. I'm
drain
not
the
buying
energy
it.
from her own puss. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Did I mute the music? I did, I think. Spotify's gone, so I'm going to guess I did. I'm going to guess I did. Welcome, one and all, to the web show. Sorry, we were caught up in conversation before the stream started because Andy does not like our table. We have a little pop-up table. We feel zoomed in, don't we? We feel very, very zoomed in. Can I zoom us out? Have I got the skills?
No.
Configure.
It's because the camera's a little close.
Well, that's where it goes.
It's the same distance, mate. I need to get my hair cut. Look at my Sydney Bernstein's right out here.
Do you know what I bought today?
Clippers.
Yeah. No, I was in need of grooming apparel.
Right.
I was in need of grooming apparel. So I went to the Boots and I bought a 6-in-1, mate, grooming kit for men. 6-in-1. Nose, ears, hair, sits, stash.
Balls.
Something else.
Gooch, mate.
Yeah, 6-in-1. Poof. Detachable heads on it and everything. So I'm all clear, man. I plucked my eyebrows today.
I had, right, a pair of clippers that I used one guard for my face and one guard for my balls. Broke the guard that goes on my balls.
Ah,
yeah.
Do you not use a razor?
No, mate. Fuck that.
You fear it?
I don't fear the
razor?
razor. I fear the fucking scratch after a couple of days, mate.
No.
So,
you need to, there's nothing better than moisturising a freshly shorn scrotum. Because you can do
there's
it like,
no way that you can shave balls.
No, you can. Yeah, I can do. I can shave my balls.
Do you, like, yank it fucking tight?
Oh, tight. Tight. It's like the Mona Lisa's badge.
No way, mate.
Like that.
No
I can
way.
get it well big. And what I do is I pull my balls over my head so it's smooth all the way
Do
down.
you not do it where you tuck your old man back on itself, crush them all together in like, so you've got like your balls at the bottom, then your old man folded in half. It looks like the face of a pig.
I've never done that. No,
Done it before,
never
mate.
Done that, no,
Done it before.
Yeah, razor for the win. Razor for days.
No.
But then you do it. You don't like when you get Play-Doh and you want to make a sausage. You do that. You do that with your cock and balls with some moisturiser. You get in there and you go.
Right.
Like you're making a fire.
I'd get a boner.
Yeah, well you've got to get a boner when you're shaving balls. It's well easier.
Ah, because because fucking when you get a
No,
fucking boner, your balls
easier.
suck in. You get like you get the crease of your nuts.
You want a solid semi from start to finish. No, we're working it. It's very professional. This.
Look.
Emma's done her nails, guys. It's become one of those streams. Are you going to do your makeup now?
No.
Put it on Pinterest.
I'm not calling you.
Please put it on Pinterest.
Yeah.
Share it on Pinterest.
Make sure that you update your LinkedIn file with the fact that you've done your nails.
Yeah. And if you could push that over to Google, what's that fucking thing called? Google tried to make.
Google Slides a lot.
No. What's that Google?
Oh, like the circles.
Yeah.
The circles.
What's it called? It's
Like that.
Google. The one they all tried to make us use. Google Pages.
Oh shit.
It was sort of like that, wasn't it?
It was
No, not Hangouts. That
was
Google
Hangouts.
thing.
I think it was
Google
Hangouts.
Plus.
Google Plus. That
Make
was
sure
it,
you
yeah.
post it on Google Plus or nobody will see it. And that's very important. Thank you, Emma. Anyway, welcome to the show. Now you've all had your lesson on how to shave your balls and moisturise them. It's important to avoid that next day itch. You want to do that. Let's get into the usual stuff that we wanted to talk about. Because fucking... What? Blizzard's at it again, man. At it again. Changing Legos again.
Changing Legos?
Changing Legos again. I'm not happy.
When did they change Legos? So you can't front the desk. Can you?
Oh, I can. See? Nothing changes. It's good, isn't it? Sturdy, this.
I'm going to put this through later,
10
mate.
quid, B&Q. Yeah? 10 quid, B&Q. So yeah, they're changing the Legos again. So that there's no bad Legos. Hey!
Does that mean...
Woo!
Do you know what that means? You know what I hear, mate? It's like...
No, it's good
No,
shit.
shut up! Good Legos, bad Legos, and then it's just going to go... tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
So if you've got a good one, you're about to get fucked.
Yeah, they're going to change the Legos. So all you shit ones are going to get some... Like the really, really bad ones, generally speaking, the really, really bad ones are going to have some sort of DPS proc on them. Very nice, very nice. And for the ones that are just balls out average, they're just going to add more stats to them. You excited?
No.
There's no bad Legos!
There is.
Yeah, there will be.
There will
But the point is, you should have more choice.
Do you know what I'd prefer? Not the fact that I want more choice. I want more chance. motherfucker.
You don't need chances if they're all good.
I want more chance. No, there's no good. Stop this. Stop.
It's fact.
This is propaganda. What you're doing.
I'm not.
Right.
This is what Ian
There's always
told
going
me.
to be bad
Ian
Legos.
Hazakostas told me.
Ian Hazakostas is fucking this game.
He's
There is
not.
always
He
going
told
to be
me.
no.
No.
There's always going to be bad Legos. Don't give us more choice. Give us more chance. That's it. Fuck you, Hazakostas.
No, Ian Hazakostas told me. No. You're lying.
I'm not. That's science. That is science. That is truth.
All I'm saying is, it will. To be fair, though, right? Jokes aside, it should be pretty good because they're like you should be able to mix and match your Legos more, which is nice. I like that. It should help me. My braces aren't always great. I'm lying, really good. But my other ones aren't that great, so I can swap them around and do stuff with.
I was thinking that.
Raw stats is better than RNG.
Well,
so you can cut the RNG
I
out
was
in
thinking
some
about
cases.
changing my Duskwalker pads, which reduce the length. Well, reduce the cooldown of my Vendetta on my Rogue.
Right.
To my Fan of Knives cape, which once every 2 minutes I do an increased Fan of Knives damage.
That's pretty sick, yo.
You know what I'm saying? There is never going to be an occasion now that I'm ever going to equip that cape again. No, that means I get one decent fuck if I let it stack for 2 minutes. Then it's done.
Yeah,
and that damage
that's
is
at least
insurmountable.
more of souls.
That is insurmountable.
That's maybe even 3 if you're going slow, if you're taking a casual run.
Yeah.
I think Legos are fine.
Hashtag stand with ghosts.
I'm on board. But no, again, jokes aside, I'm on board with making the really bad ones not as bad. I'm fine.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that. You've got to think of the knock-on though. To do that, they have to potentially decrease the value of the good ones.
We'll see. But yeah, they're gonna do something. They don't want you going like this. I got a Lego. Where is it? It's in the bank somewhere.
That's always going to happen though.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got the really good ones already.
Wait,
only if you've got the good
Alright,
ones.
but we can get a bad legendary. We can put glasses and a fucking mustache on it and disguise it. It's always going in the bank though.
Inspector Clouseau Lego.
We're gonna Inspector Clouseau our Legos, but they're always going in the bank. Hey, I've got this really shit Fan of Knives back piece legendary, but they increase the stats on it.
That's fine. That's
so
okay.
Put it in the bank.
Yeah, only if you've got something to replace it with. Not everybody's got a lot of Legos.
I don't have a lot of Legos, but out of the 3 that I've got on my Rogue,
I love that. A lot of Legos.
A lot of Legos. I've got a lot of Legos, but the I got 3 on my Rogue. The belt is still.
3?
Here's the thing: I had the boots and the back. The back's the Fan of Knives one, and then I got a really shit belt, which is like, oh, when the above 90% damage health, you do a lot more damage. It's
This for some classes.
It's very, very average for me, but it's still well better than that Fan of Knives one, and that's saying something because it's still a pretty belt.
Yeah, so the ones the buffing are the terrible ones. So like my mage chest is going to get some more stats in it because it's nah, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. But they're doing something about the terrible ones for a lot of people. I wonder what the average amount is. What do you think the average amount of Legos is per player? Not like somebody re-rolled last week is like I've only got 1 or something like that. Like, you know, average
4
for people playing. You think 4?
Yeah.
Most people at 4 now. I mean, I've got 6. You've got 3.
Oh, it's what helped the lore out. Chat, that's the scratch that he was talking about on the screen there. So once you see that, you can't unsee it. Sorry, mate. Carry on.
Why did you do that?
Well, some people, including myself, just like to watch the world burn.
Yeah, 2, 5, 4, 2 to 3, 3 on Shami, and August doesn't even raid, so that's a lot. 5, yeah, I think 4 or 5 is probably about average if you've been playing since launch. Everyone's like, God damn it, I've only got 1. Yeah, so it's about there. So it'll help alts and stuff who like aren't starting eliminating everybody. I think it's a good change. I don't think we can complain at it. They're gonna make it bad. Anyway, add-ons, mate. Add-ons too good, mate. Yeah, so I was gonna make a video on
this going?
No, they're gonna. We've run into that situation like we've run in pretty much. Not every expansion, but at some point, some add-on does something that Blizzard goes, no.
You're not having that.
No, too far.
I get that.
Yeah,
I
so
get it.
They've actually done a really good change to it. So this time, it's WeCores mainly. Right. Is they're going to make it so you can't fuck around with friendly nameplates in a raid only.
Okay.
Which is a really nice change. A lot of people seem to have missed that. Like, I always use friendly nameplates out in the open world. It's like, well, that's not changing. Yeah, mate, but I'm mad about it anyway, though. So it's in raid only that they're going to sort it out. So it's... I'm going to show you a very reasonable example. This is Starbro Mythic. As you can see here. Now, this is absolutely not the most egregious use of these kind of add-ons. Yeah, this is me doing Starbro. And what you'll see is this Starbro Mythic has an ability called the Grand Conjunction Mate. And honestly, I will be honest, you can check the vlog, you can easily check the VODs of the streams of these raids. When I first saw this out in action, I was like, bro, you totally do not need this. So Grand Conjunction, as you'll see here, puts markers over people's heads.
Yeah.
You see it? And the two people with the same marker have to touch each other.
That's simple enough.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. When I saw what the add-on does, I was like, dude. So you can see there's 3 different types of colours, as you can see there. Find somebody who's got the same one. Touch each other. Okay. But don't touch anybody who has a different one, or you wipe the raid.
Right.
That's the mechanic. And you have, I think it's 5 seconds to deal with this mechanic. And he does Grand Conjunction grows throughout each phase. So everybody's done Starbro, right? So it goes from here to Frost phase, then to Fell phase, then to the last phase. So it gets there's more people affected by Grand Conjunction as the phase goes on, until you basically have everybody with it, and then it becomes more of a pain in the ass because there's more people around. So that's what the add-on does.
It just makes the fucking things a bit clearer.
It makes it a little bit clearer. Is that it instead of it being looking at the actual icon, you get a big green means go to that person, or a red means don't stand on that person. That's all it does.
Oh, so it takes out, it just turns them down to a yes or no, basically.
It eliminates the, do I have the orange, blue, or red one, to do I have the green or the red one. It's pretty much what it does.
So it is kind of fucking not fair play, that.
Well, for me personally, I find the add-on really intrusive, which is what I said because it was one of those, we got to Starbro, and everyone was like, right, get this. And I don't use weak auras, as many as you know, because honestly, never had a cause to use weak auras, ever. Despite people saying it's so much better, I'm like, I've just never run into a situation where I've needed it. It's never affected my gameplay. But it was like, you've got to get weak auras now, because we need you to have this mic, so can you go and get it? I was like, fine. When I got weak auras, stuck it on. Not that I want to be clear here. I have nothing against weak auras. I just use tell me when. That's it.
Same as.
That's the situation. It's nothing personal choice or anything. And then it popped up on my screen. I was one of the first people in progress to get it. And I was like, what the fuck is that even? And I had to avoid the green and red because nobody told me what the add-on did. To look for my symbol to find the person who had the matching symbol, and I just went, okay. And then I was openly like, why are we using this add-on? It makes no sense to me. It's so easy to use without it. But I can say that after a lot of pulls, like we've had on Starbro, is that it's tricky for some people. Like I said, and the add-on does make it easier for them. And this is one of the examples. As I said, this is absolutely not the most egregious use of this. Who are using add-ons to do much more complex things and things. So what they're going to do is change it so that just in raids, friendly nameplates are not going to get messed with. Now, obviously, this has led to a lot of people being pissed.
Why? Because of this?
Mainly because there's a very real problem with, as you get further into Mythic right now, and that is there's more and more complex mechanics in an already very cluttered visual environment. And I've got to say, Blizzard aren't doing a great job of making, especially when they're now saying, look, add-ons should not be going this far. You're making this mechanic too easy. They're not doing a really particularly good job of making the visual mechanics in-game clear enough.
That I agree.
And I want to put out here is that this has been the biggest feedback so far from the people who are testing the Tomb of Cerberus. Now, obviously, I've not been looking because I love going to a raid for the first time brand new. But it's the biggest feedback is, look, you have all these debuffs going out. You have told us we can't fuck around with friendly nameplates and stuff. But the visual icons you're giving us in-game just aren't good enough. Sorry, my chest is terrible after we did Zelda this week. And they need to, if you're going to disable the add-on, you need to make this stuff clear.
Yeah. No,
you absolutely make stuff clear. So I can easily accept that some people, so there it is, it's nice and green, you stand on the person, you move away. I can easily accept that some people don't think that yellow icon you can see near the boss there is particularly clear in a lot of cases.
I totally agree with you on all aspects of that. Is the fact that when you lower your camera, and for this example where you've got the fucking black backdrop, and it's clear because the 3 colours as well, aren't there? Mm-hmm. So you can do that. It just takes a bit more of an eye focus to get into it than just looking at something that's like red and green. But I also believe that it is completely doable without the fucking add-on.
Yes, it absolutely is. I'd be totally fine with it. And it is absolutely doable. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. It's the question of, I agree, because we've had this before. Decursive was the first one to go that I know of. Decursive was the first add-on that was like, that is fucking bullshit.
Yep.
You can't do that. And that was fair, because Decursive literally automated your play.
In a priority list.
Yeah, I mean, you could define
click
Decursive to do your group, do mana users, do yourself as a top priority. You could do all that kind of stuff, and you never had to bother about dispelling people, ever. So they took that away. We had AVR in Wrath of the Lich King, which was literally putting projections onto the world to make that happen. And now we're getting this as well. But I think Blizzard also has to take some responsibility and say, well, that's fine. If you're going to tell us we can't make add-ons like this, we, of course, in Hellfire Citadel, we had the crazy Raw Chaos one for Archimonde, is make it really clear then. If we shouldn't need to make an add-on to make this ability really clear if you're not being clear enough. Now, I have to say, personally, I think the one on Starbro is perfectly clear.
Completely manageable.
I think it's perfectly clear. It's totally fine. Especially this giant eyeball that starts going across there.
All it does is, well, I say what it does is it gives you an advantage, because not only does it make it clear, but also diminishes a choice out of where you need to go.
Yeah, because it's 3 icons, so it cuts it down to potential 2.
Yeah.
Another thing that I would say is that the ones that are more of a problem that are going on, because basically the problem is people applying certain textures to your friendly nameplates is the big problem. When things get really chaotic like this, I'm fine with it, but there are definitely people, because this is a wipe ability. If anybody gets this wrong throughout the entire fight, and it's consistently going out, if anybody gets this wrong, you've wiped the raid. It's game over, you're done. People get very stressed with that being put on their shoulders. And the countdown to Grand Conjunction coming out is a very stressful period of time. You can hear it in some people's voices, like... And they get really stressed out about having to deal with this stuff. So add-ons and stuff make that easier. But the question is, when does an add-on go too far?
The thing, if you're getting stressed by that mechanic, I'm not overemphasizing this being an easy mechanic, because I can see the issues of it being running into someone. I get that. But if that mechanic stresses you out, then this isn't the raid for you. You shouldn't be doing Mythic.
Well, it's something you should be leaning with.
I get it, but it's a very basic, manageable mechanic, where you just don't have to run into someone and get it. It shouldn't be stressing you out. That shouldn't be the stressing you out. Stressing out, to me,
I think that's a subjective thing, is like, should this be stressing you out?
Oh,
because some people never want to wipe the raid.
But like, for me, stressing is like the healers on a very healer-intensive fight. That's stress.
That's such as this. So
exactly.
Let's put ourselves in different shoes. It's very easy for me as a DPS here to say, I don't find this particularly difficult to deal with. But ultimately, my job at Starbro is to do LOL DPS as best as I can, and don't wipe the raid. But the healers on this fight, especially as there's a big trend in the Nighthold right now, especially the latter mythic bosses, which reduce your healers down to the absolute bare minimum and stress them the fuck out to death. It's a very, very big thing in the Nighthold right now, is to have that going on. Is drop as many healers as you possibly can, and really put a lot of pressure on those guys to keep you up. So we do this with 3 healers, which is more than I believe the first skills did it with. I think they did it with 2. And there's an excessive amount of damage going out in this fight. But they have reworked the fight to make it a little less intensive like that. But it's still crazy. What you'll notice even in this fight is if I get certain abilities, I have to ice block it and I have to soak another one with Cauterize, because I cannot survive it. Without using those abilities. So you can see it going out there. So they're going to change that. I get it, though. It's never a problem. I don't think it's a problem that Blizzard chooses to do that. That's all. I don't think it's a problem that Blizzard chooses to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes add-ons go too far. Like it or not, sometimes add-ons go too far.
That's clear as a fucking bell, man. I'm sorry, but...
Isn't it? I think so.
I think also, you've got to give them credit for the fact that they don't choose to do a hard green and a hard red icon, because it does take a little more focus of your eyes to find the right one. That's what those icons, is like, from a design perspective, to me says. You can't just immediately like, so red, blue off, or even like red, blue, green or whatever, go to. It takes a tiny bit more focus for you to find the right one, and I get it, and it makes sense to me. That's not something that should be cheesed or allowed to be cheesed. It's in fact, it's actually decent from the design perspective. On this instance, I'm not saying the rest of them.
It also makes your character larger. I want to point that out.
Okay.
It also makes your character larger.
But from a design perspective, it's smart. It's not something that you immediately focus on. It's something that's like, got it.
Yes, this is this is the mythic only mechanic, is Grand Conjunction. I would never put a mechanic like this into heroic or normal. If you did, you're just asking for a big
Fujina says, I feel sorry for colourblind people. That's also shouldn't be an excuse. It could be a fix. Like, my last job, I had to design 3 maps of the UK for 3 variations of colourblind people.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
and it is completely doable. There's actually an option in Photoshop to change your palette.
Does WoW have a colorblind option?
I don't know.
I've never had to look.
You don't even need a colorblind option. You just need certain colors in a palette. Like if I changed it in like to one of the 3 variations in Photoshop, it will give me a variety of colors. Then you just have to, for full coverage, find the colors that are consistent through the 3 phases of color blindness and put them in.
And WoW does have a color blindness.
Conveniently, there's 3 colors for this, and you just put it in. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse.
No, I think it's fine. I'm okay with it, and I saw a lot of the rage that came from this announcement was people not getting it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I personally understand why people are using a lot of friendly nameplates in raids. I've never, even as a long-term healer at the beginning of the game, ever felt that was necessary, even with 40 people or whatever. But that's not my call to make. If you use them, you use them. But it's only going to be changed in raids. And I think that's about the best way. It's not going to hurt everybody. It's hurting the least amount of people with it, while still allowing people to have cool and functional... Because UIs are really important to people. UIs are very important to people.
Absolutely.
And because it's just like flat out... So you can see how many people start getting it towards the end. Towards the end of the phase. It gets a little bit crazy. But that's a lot of fun. But it's a cool fight anyway. Well, no, it's not. I actually dislike the fight immensely. It's so fucking long and boring. But there you go. So they're going to do that, and I totally get why they're doing it. They're also... I don't even know if I want to bring this up.
What?
You give a fuck about flying? Like, at all?
Never once bothered me. It's the whiny convenience people that care about flying.
Do you know what was weird? When we were playing the PTR, I forgot we had it.
Totally agree.
I totally forgot we had it.
To some point where I have to go back to Orgrimmar for an auctioneer, it'll take me like 3 minutes or like, well, maybe like a minute before I realise, oh, you can fly actually.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. I don't care.
I'm almost at the point now that I'm over flying.
Yeah.
Like, as a thing. It's been since basically the beginning of Wards of Draenor. I can't remember flying changing anything. Yeah, I know it's a subjective thing, like some people care about flying and all that. But they're going to change it as well because they had some ridiculous nether shard cost attached to it. And they're going to get rid of that. Because we know when we were doing the PTR testing and we were doing the flyings, they had to grant us the second achievement, which we did there, so you can actually watch. So they're going to change it now so that you get part 1, obviously, which is the bit you should have done already, hopefully.
What is that?
It's just getting the Pathfinder achievement in now.
What's Pathfinder achievement?
What's Pathfinder achievement right now? Explore the current world, revered with every faction. That's about it, I think. Something like that. It's something really bobbins. And do the Suramar quest, I think.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Something like that. Now you've got to do... So when 7.2 comes, you've got to do the Demon Assault scenarios, which we've done a video on. That's that one that I soloed in 851.
Oh, it's very cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool,
I
yeah.
imagine it's going to be hilariously easy on actual live.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a thing. But yeah, you have to do that in all of the zones. So that's it. And then get revered with the new area. That's it. Pretty much. And then you're going to get you flying. But I'm so fucking over it.
I'll use it for the convenience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely going to use it.
Of course you are. If it's an
Absolutely
option, you
gonna
take
use
it. But I'm not to the point where if they turn around now and said, you know what, we're not going to bring flying in. We feel like the whistle's done a strong enough job. I'd be like, yeah, good for you. In fact, I'd give them more praise for that because they've actually fucking stood up for a change and said, look, the whistle does its job.
Yeah,
you don't need flying.
Aviana's Feather did the same thing as well. Well, they're going to make it easier to get in 7.2, so your big job's going to be getting revered with the new faction, which is cool anyway, because that new zone's really fun. So you're not going to have a big deal there. On to bigger and better news, though, where we can have some bants. Stop raiding. Go.
Wow. Yeah, I've stopped raiding.
He's a quitter.
I've stopped raiding.
Boo! Casual scum. LFR.
I won't even be doing LFR, mate. I won't even be doing
LFR for you, bro. Look at this. Casual filth, mate. Boo! What's your gear score?
900.
Nope, get good. Give it in. Give it in. Boo! Anyway. Got out of my
No
system.
one likes PvE anyway. PvE's for losers who can't PvP.
It's all scripted, mate.
That's what
it's
I
all
mean, mate.
scripted,
That's
mate.
what it is.
Now, but PvP though, mate, all you do in
shit.
PvP is interrupt and avoid damage. That is it, mate. So...
Did you say PvP or PvE then?
PvP, mate.
Same as.
Don't interrupt on every fight, oh dear. It's all scripted,
Why
though.
are you scowling like this?
It's all scripted, though. Mate, PvE. Are you gay? Are you gay?
Not fit for military. You can't use that against me. You can't use that against me. That's mine. But yeah, I've stopped raiding. It's a combination of two things. One is...
You haven't got a PC, I imagine it's part of it.
Oh, three. It's actually a mixture of three things. One is I've not got a PC at home, so my wow time is like out of work office hours when I'm at my desk here.
He goes home. This is what he does on like a Wednesday and Sundays. He works here all day. He goes home for like half an hour and comes back again. And he's here all night till like 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's awesome.
Well, so am I. I'm laughing at you, but I just
Just
don't
shut
even
the
leave.
fuck up.
I don't even leave the room. Like, finish work. Time for wow.
But no, so I've got no PC at home, so I've got like a very diminished fucking level of
Tell him what you play. Tell him what you play.
What now?
And how you play it. Because it's well funny, because I've seen your setup.
I don't get what you mean.
What do you play at home?
What do I play at home?
Yeah.
Oh, well, at the minute at home, I'm playing on your PS4 with your PSVR, right? At the fucking, because my PC won't fit in the in-laws' house. We sold our house and I'm living at the in-laws' house at the minute. But I'm sat at the corner at the dining table with the PS4 with the PSVR on top of it, because I don't want it on the main TV, because there'll be times where they want to watch TV when I want to play fucking games. So I sit there at the dining table with the headset on, with a fucking drink right in front of me, my arms on the other side of it, playing away. Playing away. Completely immersed, mate.
Playing Destiny.
I'm playing Destiny.
He's
I'm
raiding
really
in
liking
Destiny.
it. I'm actually raiding in Destiny in my free time, yeah.
So he literally sits I saw it, he's in this little tiny dining room in the corner, it's just the VR headset.
It's so good.
And I can imagine people walking past you just like that.
Do you know the beauty of it is?
Just on your own.
Because I'm only playing Destiny because that's all I've got on my account at the minute. It's good though. If I'm in like a gunfight, obviously I can't hear what's going on because I've got like complete ear covering earpieces with the visor, and I'm completely immersed. But there'll be times where like, and I've got to admit it, and like Suzanne will ask me to do something when I've got it on, and I'll just be like, I know full well she's there, I know full well she's asking, but 9 times out of 10 I hear a sigh and go away.
Andy, I really need
So
your
I'm just like, and then when she's gone, I can hear shut the door. I'm like,
and I know there are people in this stream who can relate to this.
watch porn on it? No, it's yours.
No, let me give you an example. Let me do this for you. Are you ready for me to give you a real world situation? Hold them.
Hit me.
Right? So, obviously, you can hear Suzanne. Oh, that sucks, but there you go. That's it. Do you do this? Because I bet you totally do this. Right, you be Suzanne.
Right.
Go on.
I need your help, mate. Mate, come over here. I need a bean flicking, Holmes. Mate, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Yeah, I picked up those goods. Can you come and trade me here? And there ain't nobody talking to you, mate. You are just fucking lying, mate. It is all scammers from start to finish.
No, mate.
You don't do the fake voice comms.
Do you want me to tell you why?
You don't do the fake voice comms like somebody's talking to you in
Someone
your
is
ears, mate.
talking to me, mate. Always got a party chat going. But no, because if I make that acknowledgement, then that doesn't get rid of her.
Oh, she'll stick around.
So you just got to fully blank out unless she comes over and taps you on the arm. Then by proxy, you have to let out an elongated sigh.
You should jump and go.
Then wait. Then that's when you initiate full voice comms. Just give me a second, lads. Yeah.
My dad does that. He's a phony. I've done that. I've totally done that
Yeah,
on
I
occasion.
do. The only time that I will like bounce, if it's something with the kids, then obviously like I'll get off. But 9 times out of 10, it's something like, will you move this, or will you move the car, or will you bring the shopping in?
Fucking equality, man. Fucking equality.
You want to be treated equally and carry your own goddamn shopping.
You bought that heavy ass shopping, player.
It's true.
That's right. What? Just because I'm a man, I gotta lift all the shopping? I don't think so.
No.
Can't you see me in a virtual world?
You want to get paid the same. You do what you're
To
told.
be fair though, what's it like playing a non-VR game in VR?
Like I said, it's cool as fuck, but it's also quite a hindrance. Like when I'm doing PvP in it, because I've only got a diminished peripheral. Because look, imagine sitting.
What size screen have you
Here's
got?
the thing. No, it's not that. It's imagine sitting in a cinema. Okay, the best seats in the cinema. Still, if things are going on in the corner of your screen, it's the extremity of your peripheral. If you're looking on a monitor, you can still see shit like in that corner without doing it. So whereas I'd have to go slightly like this.
That's like having a bad UI in WoW.
Exactly.
Having your health bar in the top left corner.
Outside of that, it's very good, especially like when in the later Destiny expansions, when it's all like creepy shit called the Taken. Some of the missions are in like pitch black, and you hear like these fucking massive monsters, and they appear in front of you, and that shit's scary, but good.
But your Destiny rating is fun though.
Oh, dude, I know that I'm well late on this, but I think it's called the Wrath of the Machine raid in Destiny is so fucking good. Also, the last update for Destiny that comes out in the 20-something of March, they're upgrading all the existing raids to current raid content. So you can do them again and get the items from it at current raid content.
Oh, they're time walking it.
Kind of, but it's constant.
What are you doing? What's it called?
Wrath of the Machine.
Wrath of the Machine.
I'd say the best bet is search for... In fact, search for Zamboni. There it is, Zamboni!
Right, what's Zamboni?
Zamboni's not a very good fight, it's just very grandiose. It's a massive death machine on rails that's coming towards you where you've got to hold off an army, and it's got a warhead on the front of it.
Right.
So it breaks down, and then it starts to like chain react that it's going to blow up. So you've got to hold off the people you're fighting on the other side of this. That thing's fucking huge, by the way. You got to kill them, then you got to get the parts back on it and rebuild it before it explodes and ram it through a wall. And
Let's have a quick goose.
This isn't the best example of fight. In fact, no. Tell you what.
No, let's just...
All right, put the Zamboni on. The Axis fight's very cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Teach me, what's going on here?
I'll tell you when it comes on.
Oh, is this some guy nattering on?
Probably.
No, it's not playing.
All right, so at the minute... Yeah, the Zamboni's coming towards you now, and there's like... you've got to shoot the guns off the side of the Zamboni. The Zamboni's coming towards you. You're at a wall, okay? In the meantime, there are also loads of ads coming down in dropships like here that you've got to kill. You've got to kill all of them.
What are you killing? Are you killing that thing in the background?
He's killing the turrets on the side of it. They should have been long gone by now, mate.
Fucking
right?
noobs,
Amateur.
Man. Fucking
Amateur
noobs.
hour. And obviously he's going to get killed by the fucking ads here in a minute.
Fucking noobs. This noob is unknown player.
Look at him! He's got stealth! Right, so you kill all the ads. When the Zamboni gets close enough, you jump onto the Zamboni and it smashes through a wall.
Alright.
Right? When it smashes through a wall, it basically fucks up. And you have to wait for replacement parts to come in to rebuild it, or else it's going to, like, the chain reaction of it will explode because it's carrying warheads.
It's carrying warheads?
It is.
It looks
so
like
now,
a boat.
Now it's smashed, you've climbed on it, it's smashed through a wall, you get into the end of it, you'll get some more dropships here. One of the dropships will drop the parts. And once you've killed the ads, you get back to the Zamboni. You've got
what's he doing now? He's carrying something.
He's carrying one of the parts. That's the warhead that goes in the front of it, which you need to destroy the next wall.
So, I mean, how's it working in tank healer, DPS? Are you
not
all just
really,
looking after
not
yourself?
really. Like this guy who's playing as a hunter, that's a tether, which basically it fires an orb. It'll either impact on a mob or terrain. When it explodes, it fires out a load of like nether hooks into people that take increased damage and will slow them down dramatically. So you can ball them.
Yeah. It's AoE grip, is it?
Kind of, yeah, kind of. It's like AoE slowdown kind of thing.
Ursul's Vortex, mate.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. So they're dragging the parts now back to the Zamboni. That's a trap that's gone off that looks like spider webs. That's because someone's not on the ball and let the trap go off.
Fucking noobs, man.
Yeah.
Fucking noobs.
But I mean...
Do we see the end of the fight?
You can speed up. The end of the fight, the actual end of the fight is good. This is after the Zamboni.
Oh, so they killed it. Is that the end?
See now. Oh, they've already fucking jumped off. The Zamboni goes through the wall, which is what you have to rebuild it for with a warhead. And it
That
goes
FPS
through.
though.
I know. We don't get that.
FPS though, sick.
But then the Zamboni that comes off the tracks like a train, but it's a fucking huge train. I don't know why he's doing that.
Oh, has he intentionally slowed that down?
I think so. Oh, he's showing the engine, and then it smashes through this wall. Then it comes off the tracks. And then that's where you get off it and it comes off the track. But he's jumped behind it. It's better to go in front of it, mate.
He's not cinematic, is he?
That one's not good. The best fight, I mean, we obviously don't go into it now because it takes a bit longer,
Yeah.
is the Axis fight. The Axis fight is, the visuals of it are beautiful. Beautiful. Really good. And there is a lot going on. Especially in hard mode as well.
So you chuffed with it? Are you doing, is hard mode the hardest or do they have any mythic
Well, no, there's hard mode, which is, obviously it's a higher item level drop for your tier pieces, mate.
Oh, gotta get your set bonuses,
Yeah, yeah. But there is also, in the raid every week, there's something called a challenge mode, where it's one boss has a certain challenge that you have to do, and that will give you an extra, they call exotics, which are like our legendaries, which will give you an extra legendary for doing the challenge on hard mode as well.
So how do you cap so quickly? Because you only started playing like a week ago?
It's the gear grind that's actually long. There's like, you can get the same item, like, 10 times when you're leveling.
Similar to what with like this, the Mythic
Similar,
Plus.
but every time you get it, it will match the gear that you've currently got on slightly a bit higher in most cases, especially in the raids.
Oh, so you do like a repetition of acquiring the same items and it builds itself up from there.
But that's the beauty of it, is you don't have to. You can get an item very early on that's like, someone will say like, oh, that's fucking cool, keep hold of that. And then you can actually infuse it with an item later on to bring the item level back up.
Oh, okay.
It's cool. It's a very nice way of doing it. Very nice way of doing it.
So you're happy with Destiny?
Loving
Who are
the
you
shit
playing
out
with?
of
Are you
it.
playing with the streaming people?
Playing with Ryo. I don't think he's here tonight. Ryo's from the chat. And then I'm playing with Kimmy and Danny and their fellas as well.
Oh.
It's good. But also, one last thing that I want to touch on, which is, if you've never played Destiny, you'll never understand how you get a raid group. Because the raids are only 6 people. You have to use an app.
What?
You have to use an app. This is no shit.
Right.
So, to get it with randoms, there's no LFR like WoW. A lot of people take that for granted, especially me now that I've tried this.
I don't think anybody remotely appreciates what
No, they don't.
It's like, no.
Imagine this, though. Imagine this in
Nobody.
Destiny. To get a team of 6 people, you have to have an app, which is currently like looking for this character in this...
Tinder.
Exactly. It's like Tinder, you got to swipe right. Because they don't offer any sort of chat functionality in-game. That's a
We
very
were
big
looking
downer.
for that, because
Yeah.
we tested Destiny the day it came out. And
Yeah.
we couldn't find any way of talking to people.
But so you get the app, which obviously gives them your PSN ID, which then allows them to join your fire team, mate.
So what is the app? How does that... What does the app do?
Well, it's
How do you
people,
find- is-
people
people
chat
just
in it.
posting?
People will post what they're looking for, like in Group Finder.
Yeah, but it's got to be subsection down, right?
Of course it is.
Yeah, yeah.
But by what they're looking for, it could be the raid, it could be the PvP.
So it's like the looking for group system, but it's in an app, and it's a chat forum type thing?
Yes, and then you're registered with your PSN or Xbox tag. And that's how they get a group with it, mate.
Why do we own an Xbox?
Give it a chance.
I
Give
mean,
it a
I've got
chance.
Netflix.
Yeah.
It feels bad, man, for that. It feels bad, man.
But that's only the raids. The normal
Scorpio
like
saves, right?
dungeons, it will group you up with people.
And it
But
works
you can do
nicely,
raid,
though?
Yeah.
It works nicely. I think...
I've never met a bad person as well, because you have to use voice comms with every person you group up with.
You have to? You can't
It's
disable it?
no, because there's only 6 people, and there, especially in the hard modes, there's quite a bit to do. You need a lot of coordination.
How do you control your racist slurs?
You don't.
You just go all out.
You just go for it. I'm never going to speak to this person again. Here it comes. Racist door open. But no, I've never met a bad person, but you have to speak to all of them.
Scorpio? No. Scorpio's not a PC.
The fuck's a Scorpio?
It's the new X-Specs that's going to save it.
Why call it Scorpio?
It's,
Is it a bad guy in a James Bond film?
I don't know why they call it Scorpio. I don't know why they call
Well, yeah.
it Scorpio. But of course, that's not been the big subject of everybody this week. The big subject has been this thing. Whoosh, whoosh. Sorry, do you want to see how quick this thing is to play?
Have you scratched the screen on that?
No, it's a hair.
Okay. Fuck me.
Right, watch this. Let me turn it off. Off, right? On. Continue. Zelda. And I'm playing Zelda. Isn't that retarded? I'm serious. I'm absolutely fucking serious. That's how quick this thing boots up. That is insane, isn't it? Isn't it nuts? Oh, I'll turn it off. Right, it's off, right? It's fucking crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Right, it's totally off. Totally off, right? On. Press the on button. Go. Play. It's mad, that,
I don't
isn't
like
it?
that.
It's fucking witchcraft, isn't it?
That's voodoo.
Isn't that fucking spooky witchcraft? It's fucking nuts. It's like an SSD from hell. It's like an SSD from hell. Well, of course, this week we've been playing with this thing, which is, honestly, it's fucking awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Got a Pro Controller, just fucking pop it down. Got no room. Grab that 64, bro.
Take care with
It's got a little
this.
kick-out stand on it, so you just stick it down.
This is
And that's
a
it.
relic
You
of
can
our
play it like
childhood.
that. Haven't got a Pro Controller, just whip off your Joy-Cons, mate. There you play it. So, honestly, people have been asking whether we should buy them. I know many of our stream actually bought these after watching Zelda, because it's fucking crazy good. It is absolutely crazy good.
You've not even got the additional memory in it, you loser.
We got it off eBay, bro.
Get it away from me. You
No,
cannot play
this
Majora's
is
Mask with
fucking awesome. This is awesome. This thing is absolutely criminally good. But obviously, we never recommend buying a console for one game.
No.
Which is pretty much what you're buying it for now. Did we finish Zelda? Yes. Yes, we did. Did we 100% it? Fuck no. That game is enormous. I mean, it is so fucking crazy. It is absolutely one of the... it's definitely one of the best games I've ever played. The ending, though, is bad.
It was very
Yeah,
disappointing.
the ending was bad. The ending
You
was
don't,
bad.
like, even from me who got zero
Can't
context
spoil.
of the game because I was working away and just caught bits of it from my TV screen, is when it came to the ending for the Ganon fight, I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to watch this ending. And no context whatsoever, I was just like, no. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, and that's similar to Resident Evil 7. The ending was bad in that too.
Apparently, don't you get another ending if you get all the shrines and shit?
There is
memories.
Yeah, so Breath of the Wild is obviously it's a divisive game because everybody's giving it like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I think it's an 8 out of 10. Personally, I think it's up there. It's got definite problems. But value for money wise, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. The crazy depth of that game is mental. The more people who came to the stream and it like thunderstormed in the game. And we had to take off all our metal items because you get struck by lightning if you don't. Cool. When it's raining, you can't climb ice properly. You slide off. You can't climb your mountains properly because it's wet. It gets so hot in the... I also found something else out. Because the desert got really hot. Obviously, you go to the desert. And during the day, the desert's extremely hot. So, what are you going to do? We had no we had no heat-resistant gear. We had flame-resistant gear, which is very different. We had no heat-resistant gear. So we thought, fuck it, we'll try it. We just took off all Link's armor, totally cooled him down, so he could run around the desert. So he was just in his boxer shorts doing that. But then it gets really cold at night in the desert, so it's reasonably realistic in that sense, where you put your clothes on. But the absolute one of the best moments we saw in this game, and I swear to God, it was a majestic fucking moment, is coming around a corner in a zone which I'll get to in a second, and there's a long bridge. So we're walking along the bridge. A dragon like Yulon from WoW must have, realistically speaking, it's probably close to a mile long. Just fucking going under the bridge, you're coming over. No purpose, no reason, no
just
anything. It's just fucking there.
That's awesome.
It's like, and this, everybody's just like, every 20 minutes in that game, you're just going, fuck me, this game is good. Like, it just constantly surprised. We put about 46 hours in, 47 hours this week. We did some very, very long streams. Every moment of that game is just like, wow, that's a fucking thing. That's a fucking thing. But it does have some problems, though. He's definitely got some problems. What was interesting is that in order to do the main quest, there's two main quests. The proper one is to kill Ganon, obviously. Only needs you to go to like half of the zones in the game, and the other zones there are just not leftovers. You'd think there may be something for later, you know, like some WoW zones are like there's not much there because you don't really need to go there. Fully fleshed out, fully fucking crazy, gorgeous, beautiful, thick, dense. So much to do. It defeats that problem of open world where there's like nothing to do. There's a horse system in the game. And you can get a horse. You tame a wild horse, and you can name it. And then I never used it because there's just so much in the world that you never called? My horse was called Buttons, mate.
Kick the camera.
I know. Sorry, guys. My horse was called Buttons, mate.
Did you take good care of Buttons?
I left Buttons on...
Loaded question. Answer.
I left Buttons on the side of a cliff for all time. But to be fair, Buttons is involved in the final fight of the game, so he came back at the last minute for the carry.
So, through your week-long neglect of that majestic animal, which you, by the way, I only tuned in to ask a question when I saw his map. He was on one side of the zone, right down here, and Buttons was like up here. And then I looked back like 3 days later when he was on his map again. Buttons was still up there.
Yeah, there was no reason. I never saw a reason to use the horse in the game. I understand. I mean, other people said they use their horse a lot, but you can feed the horse apples because you have to generate a bond. Because you get the horse wild, you have to like pat it at the right time. Like when it does something, because it'll misbehave. So when it does something right, if you pat it, you'll gain a bond point with it.
Okay.
And you kind of build, you build a bond with it until you reach like 100, and that means the horse is your friend at that time. But you can feed it to kind of like push the bond system further. I did give it an apple at the start of the game to see if it worked, and it did. I held out, I put an apple in front of it, it ate the apple. We got friends between me and the horse. Everyone was moaning at me for not feeding this horse like throughout the whole game, because that was like in the first 20 minutes of the game, so I did that, and I didn't feed it then for like 40 odd hours. So then I went to give it an apple, but hilariously, just moments before I got Buttons out, I've been playing with the dog, because you can play with the dogs in the game. And I was playing with the dog, and
please tell me the dog came up and ate the apple.
The dog just walked up and stole the apple and was like even more happy with me. And I ain't getting another. The doggy stole the apple. But all those. This is what I'm trying to say though. For people who are trying to get context for the game, these moments like that where you're just laughing your ass off, totally ridiculous, can't believe it, are all the time in that game.
Yeah. And
I've seen a lot of people comparing it to The Witcher. I think that's really unfair because they're so different. Besides the fact that it's
silly comparison.
Open world, they're miles and miles apart. But again, it's not a perfect game. The weapon system is a big debate because it's... I personally, and Nobble disagrees with me, but me and Nobble are going to have a back and forth on this one because we want to talk about it. I don't think it's a great Zelda game. If you're a fan of the other Zelda games, I don't think it's a great Zelda game. There's all the stuff that you know from Zelda isn't really in this. There are like nods and nostalgia moments, like, you know, the Temple of Time. Oh my god, I know the Temple of Time.
That sounds like Final Fantasy, Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, kind of like that. But the stuff that you used to, I actually played Wind Waker today with Emma. Me and Emma were playing Wind Waker, and it was like you had the as soon as I logged in to my account that hadn't finished the game, I had the boomerang, I had the bombs, I had all the classic Zelda stuff, and I was like, and then I had the Wind Waker to play music. So there's no musical element to this one really. In fact, the music's a real letdown. And this time you don't just have the weapons like you have in the other Zelda games. You have the weapons, and the Master Sword is in the game. But it works differently because your weapons break in Zelda. And managing that in the Breath of the Wild, they break. And people are like, fuck this system. I fucking hate this system. It's so fucking stupid.
On the outside, I'm with that.
Let me say this. There are pros and cons to both systems. One, the pros and cons to having the traditional Zelda system is you have your weapon, that's what you have, and they can work the game based on what damage you should be doing. Right?
Okay.
They can't do that in Breath of the Wild, because you could have anything. So what does happen is managing the system is a pain in the ass, especially for shields and bows, because with melee weapons, you can literally just throw them away. So if you get a decent weapon in a chest, it's annoying because it says, you found this awesome weapon, but your inventory's full. So you're like, fuck's sake. So you got to click through 2 dialogue boxes, close the chest, find the weapon that you want to replace it with, throw it away, open the chest again, then get the item. Total pain in the ass, totally dislike it. But, it does allow you to get into some really, really interesting and strategic wars of attrition in certain encounters. Because your weapons break. So as long as you're not at the point of the game where you get very overpowered, which happens too quickly for my liking, is power creep's really strong in the game. What you end up is going against some really tough enemies that you're probably not supposed to fight at that point, but you can beat them. It's a skill-based melee combat, very much like Bayonetta. They have bullet time dodging. They have different kinds of dodges. You can parry in the game. You have to measure when the swing timers are coming. You have to avoid at the right time. You have to do all that kind of stuff. And if you do that right, you can totally fight everything without getting hit and winning against insurmountable odds. And everyone's bringing up beat boop. So early on in the game, because it's so open world, this is how Breath of the Wild works. This is your thing. That's your very basic instrument for the whole game. Your next quest that you get after that, this is within the first 20 minutes of the game. In the tutorial is, go and kill Ganon. That's it. It literally does that.
I like that.
Yeah, it says, this is how you play the game. Good. Go and kill Ganon. He's right there. And you can see Ganon from the beginning of the game. The absolute beginning of the game, you can see the castle. There's Ganon. And the quest is to go and kill Ganon. And the speed run to kill Ganon is less than an hour. People are finishing Breath of the Wild in less than an hour. So, what do you do then? Well, you've got one of the biggest maps in any video game ever. That's full and dense. So we went exploring, obviously, because you do have other missions and stuff to be getting on with if you don't want to go and kill Ganon straight away, which obviously you don't want to do because it finishes the game. And we stumbled into, accidentally, a really high-level area. A really high-level area. I didn't know. I think I had 4 hearts at the time, 5 hearts. Basically, I was being one-shot by everything. Literally everything. It felt very Dark Souls-like at that point, because it was like one gameplay mistake, you were dead. And also, nothing was dying. My weapons were breaking fighting the enemies.
Right.
So, I was doing a shrine, which are these, like, puzzles, essentially, because they only have 4 dungeons in the game. There's only 4 dungeons in the game. That's something you got to bear in mind. There's only 4. It's not like the older Zeldas, where you had, you know, quite a lot of dungeons, the Water Temple, the Shadow Temple, whatever. There's only 4 dungeons in the game. So, they have these shrines dotted about, and I think there's 100 or 120 in the game, and you go into those to do a puzzle. But I walked into one that was called the moderate, or the higher, the one below the top, test of strength. I didn't know what that meant. And this fucking robot came out the floor. 2 fucking hours.
Holy shit.
2 hours. Why? It was the raider in me. Everything in the game was telling me, leave, go. But this is where the weapon system came in, because all these fights have phases where they change and get more difficult. And so you start to think to yourself, what's the best weapon I've got? Because I'm going to break most of my weapons in this fight, if not all of my weapons. So what am I going to do here? I need to think. So what you have is an easier phase at once. They're still going to one-shot you, but he does less stings. He's going to one-shot you no matter what, so you've got to get your game face on. But I'm going to use my shitter weapons here. And that's really interesting, because you do have this war of attrition where you're literally running out of weapons to the point where you can't even fight. And you've got to manage that while doing it. And I think that is really cool.
What happens when you run out of, like, weapons, are you then? Say if I run out of swords just in the open world, would I then have to rely on my bows until I kill someone that gives me a sword?
Yeah.
Jesus
It's a
Christ.
real survival element. That never happens, by the way. Because every enemy that has a weapon will drop that weapon.
Oh, right. Oh, no, that makes... I like that. Yeah, that in itself is sort of a redeemer for, like, how I see this system. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it creates this situation where, one, managing is horrible, but if you play like I play, it adds a certain level to the gameplay that's really quite nice, but those scenarios are few and far between.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And unfortunately, because it is literally go and kill Ganon, go anywhere you want in the game, the 4 divine beasts, they're called, that you have to activate. The story tells you to go and activate these 4 divine beasts, which are big story campaigns, and then you go and fight Ganon. That's the actual progress of the story, generally speaking. The problem is, you can go to any one of the 4 in any order. It tells you where all 4 are. Go whichever way you want. Now, because of that, whichever one you do first is going to be the hardest, but each of the 4 gives you quite a powerful ability.
Right, okay.
Which means the other 3 are not balanced around you potentially having that ability.
Oh, so it's not got an active, like, leveling system?
No, it doesn't scale up based on what you've done already.
Shit, I moved the camera, sorry.
That's alright. It doesn't scale up based on what you've done already, and that leads to that weird scenario where your first one is tough and engaging, and, you know, you've got to think about what you're doing, and you've got limited resources, you've probably got limited health at that point, you've got limited stamina, you've got limited types of arrows, for example, you've got reasonably shitty weapons because it's early game, and you've not been able to collect a decent amount of weapons, and that the first one I did was Zora, anyone who's played Zelda, it's the water people, had a gauntlet to get there. Like, the guy meets you, and he's like, to get to Zora's domain, you're going to have to travel through this mountain pass. You don't have to, actually. You can climb anything in the game. You could potentially
That's also something very good that you need to come back to.
Yeah, it's very, very, like, you can literally climb everything. But the way you're supposed to get there is to travel through this mountain pass. So we were on stream, we're like, okay, we're going to do this mountain pass, no problem. An hour and a half of attrition. Again, this real feeling of attrition, the real feeling of we've done it. Keep plodding on and pushing forwards and forwards and forwards. And we're not talking, you can save the game and it checkpoints all the time, but there's no like fast travel point in there. It's a real fucking grind, and your weapons are breaking. You're running out of food, so you have to hope there's a cooking pot up ahead. There might not be. You might have to eat food raw, which is not going to give you as much health, or you might hold out because if you eat it raw, you don't have that to make it to something nice later, and you keep fucking going and going and going. And every time you turn a corner, it's a majestic something amazing. And all the time, it was a case of, what's that? What is that? What is this? This is why I didn't use the horse, because you come over a ridge and suddenly there's a monolithic labyrinth that's 300 feet high and enormous. A big cube of stuff to do. That's like, what the fuck is going on there? And then you turn another corner and there's like a beach that's a swirl, and you're like, well, what's going on there? And we crawled through the mountains. We went on this adventure where we were crawling through the mountains where the storm was so thick you couldn't see where you were going. And you're progressing through this slowly but surely. But then you come across a cabin, and there's something in the cabin and it's like, why do you live up here? And it's like, well, and it turned out to be a snowboarder. And one of the cool things in the game is you can snowboard on your shield. Well, in fact, it's not snowboarding. You can surf on your shield anywhere as long as it's downhill.
Like on sand.
You can do it on sand. You can do it on grass.
Any terrain.
Yeah, you throw your shield on the floor, and then you go down. Yeah, wow, what's that? Constantly. What is that? And it's just never ending. Whereas you get other games, because we played Ghost Recon Wildlands recently, where it's like, the stuff in the world is patrols. Yeah. Not things. Not stuff. Not actual
Not
content.
Generic.
Yeah, and it's all different puzzles all the time and all that.
I'd say the two biggest standouts for me in that game were the first one that we mentioned before is the climbing.
Yeah, because the climbing is completely unrealistic, but it makes the game so much better that it's
fun
not
though.
a problem. Yeah,
it's not to a point like you have a stamina bar and any terrain, I'm right in saying that?
Anything, yeah.
You can climb, but your stamina goes down as you're climbing, so you can literally climb anything in the game.
Even the labyrinths. People were saying, it's like, I cheese this labyrinth. And you have that choice in your head, and it's going to come down to, because there were some people who says, like, I've never seen someone as determined as Mike here, but, like, going at this fucking thing, like, smashing my head into it. I'm like, look, this is how I play video games. I would much rather be underpowered and weak and against the odds, because I like the satisfaction of defeating it in those conditions. But at the same time, I was intentionally not using things like overpowered weapons. Because at one point I got a frost weapon which literally could freeze bosses. And I was like, well, I'm not using that. Because I don't like to play that way. Whereas other people surely like to play that way. I don't mind freezing the boss. Like, people say in Doom, when we did Doom 2016, I wouldn't use the BFG on the bosses because it stunned them. I was like, I don't like that. I don't like being overpowered against bosses.
I get that.
Which is why I thought the power creep towards the end of Zelda, because we one-shot Ganon. Ganon hit me once, I think. And I was like, this is just garbage. Absolute garbage fight. It's an experience.
The other one was, I don't know if it was a challenge or a shrine, because I don't know the logistics, but it was the one where you had to go to an island and survive with nothing.
Yeah, so, I mean, let's put it into context. What happened here is we were exploring, and in the distance I can see an island.
Right.
And I'm like, and this is how you play Zelda. You go, I want to see what's on that island. So we got a boat, and we sailed our boat over to the island.
How do you sail a boat?
With a leaf. You blow the leaf into the sail, which pushes it in the direction you want to go.
Everything's fucking mint in this game.
Yeah,
it's not just like accelerate or push forward. You literally have like a big, like a palm leaf.
Yeah.
And you have to, you attack with it.
It's a swing of the wooden.
You attack it like you would do with a sword.
It's similar to the one from Wind Waker.
Yeah, and it blows the fucking sails. How cool is that?
Yeah, so we sailed our boat to this island, and then suddenly when we got to the island, though, it broke into like a little miniature cutscene. I'm like, what have we done here? And then it says, I've just taken away all your items and all your gear. Survive the island and find these 3 points.
And then I'll give you your gear back.
So you start with literally nothing, like you're fresh from the game. And you lose all your armor, you lose all the powerful weapons you've had, and you start from 0. And no saves.
300 rupees.
No saves. So you can't save, which cost us, because I think it took us about an hour to do that island when we actually did it.
Oh, you've got to get 3 orbs. One of them's on like a mini boss, isn't it?
There's a world boss.
There's a world boss.
Yeah, there's a world boss on the island that you have to deal with. There's a camp full of enemies which you have to deal with, where you have to like raft your weapons together. You have to like get the basic bows. You have to try and look through the forest and pillage and pick fruit and stuff and bananas to try and keep your health up. And you got to use everything else. And it was crazy.
It was mind blowing. Like I didn't get a lot of the context, but I just tuned in sometimes. I just thought, what a cool fucking idea that is.
I finished the game in terms of its main campaign. I'm nowhere near done with it. I would estimate I've put about 46 hours into it. I would estimate maybe 30% done with the game.
Yeah.
Because I haven't done a huge amount of the side quests or anything like that. You can build a house. Yes, we built a house. You get your own house and you can put lights and doors and fucking shit in it and hang your weapons in it. But like I say, I don't think it's a perfect game. I actually prefer not to have had the weapon system and preferred the old Zelda one. I wish the characters mattered more. I really do. Ganon's
a bit arbitrary.
Ganon, I mean, if you look back to some of the other Zeldas, Ganon's story, generally, you can almost sometimes sympathise with.
Yeah.
It's got a really fleshed out story. In this one, he's just a bad guy he barely ever gets mentioned. Most of Zelda's story, you don't even find out until minutes before the end of the game. And that's only if you happen to explore and find her diary and read it. The characters weren't... They had some callbacks to the other one, like Beetle and stuff is there, if you've ever played the other Zeldas. But it's a beautiful, beautiful game. I don't think it's a great Zelda game, which is a very different...
But as a standalone...
Yeah, as a game, it's fucking amazing.
You see the meme that came out about it, and it was a picture of the Witcher, and he sat there like that. Geralt, he sat there like that. Right, and then it shows a picture of a Solid Snake, and then it shows a picture of Snake in Metal Gear Solid V, and he's got a ponytail, and it shows him smile a little bit, because in that game when he's got a ponytail, it went open world. And it shows Link, then it shows Link with a ponytail, and he's sat there with a big smile on his face, and it shows it in open world in Zelda, and then he sat there at the bottom, and he goes, "You're finally learning, lads, it's the ponytail."
It's the ponytail. Yeah, it is definitely... It's not worth buying a Switch for yet, certainly not. Maybe if you're definitely into Mario and stuff.
Especially with it being like initial retail price as well. That's the peak of what it's going to cost you.
But one thing I'll say that was also awesome is for the Switch itself is we had a power cut on one of the stream days. The Switch did not give a fuck.
The beauty of it was I saw the power go down and then I saw it light up behind its dock. And then you took it out. It's like, oh well, this is still on.
Yep.
That's fucking good.
It instantly switched my game back to the handheld because we lost all the PCs for about 40 minutes. Something like that. It wasn't too long. We lost everything and the Switch just went on. So I had a power cut and just instantly opened it up. Oh yeah, of course. So in the power cut time...
Because I got my Christmas
present. It came out really well.
It looks awesome. In the power cut, I got my birthday present, which was Poe Dameron's TIE Fighter, mate. Check this shit out. Oh, and it's pretty big. Fold out, mate.
I didn't realise it came with a BB-8.
It's got a little BB-8 in there. Cockpit open. Poe's in there. Sub cheese.
How hard is it to build?
Not hard at all. Fun. This is fucking fun. Like the front foil goes up, goes back down. Also, mate, head back. Head back. Where's it on the camera there? Oh, better do that one. Fire. Fires fucking rockets, mate. That thing's pretty big. Well, that is cool as fuck.
That's about the right size. Like I said, I was considering the Falcon for you, but it's enormous. The Millennium
I
Falcon is
imagine.
absolutely hot. Absolutely fucking crazy.
Spares here, mate, so send me that one back when you can.
Nice TIE Fighter, mate.
Wait. It's a TIE Fighter noise.
Yeah, it's cool. They're really fun to do. You've got me that WoW one, but I want to do it with the kids, but there's a lot of little pieces yet. I think I'll have to build
Well,
it.
that is, it's Mega Blocks. It's for the kids, but it's Warcraft.
Did you just call it a TIE Fighter? Fucking triggered, man. Triggered so good on that. Alright, we're going to take a quick break because you guys are in for a special.
I'm not even joking how good this is going to be. Honestly.
Make sure you know where the camera is because I can't see the table.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a while, but we're going to take a quick break because
I saw you walk in
she's
with
been
that,
preparing.
and my head just sank.
I'm
And
going
it's-
to turn a piece of paper into a $1 bill.
Diddle-oo, diddle-oo.
And yeah, I'm not even
Music.
joking. You're going to love it.
Enjoy, because I've told her she wasn't allowed to do this 5 times, so she's prepared a kit and brought it in.
I am sorry. Also, yes, I know full well it's next week. Man out, mate. Don't move the desk.
Why can't-
You'll knock off the Doombringer.
Why can't they see the camera?
No, make sure you know where the camera is.
How will I know?
Because you're looking at the screen.
Right. This is going to be immense. Oh, right. Oh, right. Okay. This is going to be the best ever.
It's gonna
Okay.
suck.
No, really, it's good. Wait, let me just... Oh, that's the wrong way. Okay. Can you hear me, everyone? Tell me if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, they can.
How do I know? Okay, they can hear me. Right, okay, so I've been really practicing and I'm really excited to show you all these magic things. So, first off, I'm going to do something quite, oh that's the wrong way, something quite exciting. I'm going to pick a chocolate from this box. Actually, I'll pick 2. I'm going to bite them in half and I'm going to make them appear in my secret drawer. As you can see, there's nothing in there. The sides are solid. There's nothing there. Everything's empty. Look. Nothing. It's a solid plastic box. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick some chocolates from this, that way. And I'm going to bite half of each. And I'm going to make the wrappers and the chocolate, look, it's all legit, nothing fake here, it's all going on. I'm going to put the wrappers and half the chocolate into this magic box. So I'm going to go with a Twix, mini Twix, and a Bounty. So, just so you can see me doing it live, I've pulled the wrapper, a bit of chocolate, and the wrapper of the chocolate is there. Oh, I'll eat it though. Just so you see, I've got the Bounty. I'm opening it. I've got the wrapper, a bit of the chocolate. I'll eat that one. Ready? The box is still empty. Yeah? As you can see, nothing in it. Still an empty box. Ready? I'm going to close the door of my empty box and I'm going to give it 3 taps. 1, let me turn it round, 2, 3, and if everybody shouts abracadabra, I'll show you something magical. Are you ready? Everybody shout abracadabra. Ready? Come on. Can't do it until you say abracadabra.
There's a delay.
Ready? I'm going to open it live. Ooh. Wait, my hands are the wrong way round. Look what's in the box. It's half the chocolate that I left. And the wrappers. How did I do that? How did I do that? Wait, I've got a really good one now. That was just a warm up. We've got 3 cups and 3 balls. 3 cups, 3 balls. Why have you got to do everything backwards on this?
It's not.
3 cups, 3 balls. What I'm going to do... Oh, I can't do it because you can't see the desk. We can't do that one. I'm going to turn this piece of paper into a $1 bill. I know, you love that, don't you? Right, so what we've got here is a piece of plain paper. And we've got a machine, a magic machine, that's going to turn this into a $1 bill. So... 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me just check something.
Get the hook.
Okay, okay.
How's it going?
So I'm going to put this in here. Are you watching, everyone? Make sure I do it the right way. Oh, that's not the right way. Wait. This is like... This is my best trick. It's not the right way. 1 minute. 1 minute. No. Wait 1 sec. Oh. Wait, it does work. Can't work. Why is it not doing it?
Pressure. Let's make it an authentic feel, mate.
Boo!
Boo! Get off the stage!
Right, stop, stop, stop.
You working?
No. No. Wait, I'm doing it wrong. Wait a minute. 1 minute.
I think you need to work on your act.
No. It's because I forgot which way I put the box. Wait a minute. It's coming, happening in a minute. Shut up, Boo. Fuck off.
Great top. What is this?
Right, are you ready? It's gone the wrong way.
Boo!
Wait, I've got it.
Let's go get a burger.
Right, okay. I'm going to turn this into a $1 bill. Right, it's disappearing. Can you see? Where has it gone? Where's it gone? But wait, on the other side, something magical's happening. Are you ready? She's only gone and done it. She's only magicked a $1 bill out of a sheet of paper. And look, there's nothing trickery here. It's all magic. Look at that. Wait, you can't believe it, can you? How did I even do that? First off, I made my chocolates appear in a box. And then I made a $1 bill appear out of a piece of paper. And I've got one last thing.
No, you
a
don't.
levitating wand.
You don't.
Wait, if I shake it, watch this, you'll see it bend. If I shake it really quick, can you see it?
Granddad used to do that with a pencil.
It's bending. Look at it bending.
Right,
And I'm going to make it go hard. It's all soft and floppy. And I'm going to make it go hard any second now. Can't even write that, can you?
No, you can't.
It's just amazing.
Real quick, watch this.
Oh
Emma,
my god.
watch. Real quick now, because people are fucking waiting now. Right, pick 2 cards. 2 cards quickly.
Wait, is that my fake card?
Wait, don't show me the fucking cards. Put it back. Right? Pick 2 cards. Don't show me. Quickly. Right? Show the stream so they know and memorise the fuckers. You got it?
Wait, no. Yeah?
Right. Put one on top.
Yeah?
One of them. Yeah?
Yeah?
Right? Put one on the bottom. Facing you.
Yeah.
Now watch this. It's called the Magic Slam. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Watch my hand. Yeah?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Good stuff.
He's a magician too. It's just magic around here. And I'll be back later, guys. Don't you worry, because I've still got 3 balls to do a trick with.
Out him. Doing your toes?
No, did you like my magic note?
You got sparkly toes?
I haven't.
Why is there a shit ton of chocolate on the desk?
Half-eaten
I was doing
chocolate.
a trick.
Why did you come in and just eat a load of chocolate?
And dump a load of chocolates in here.
I was doing a trick.
Close the door.
Let me get rid of all these. Best trick, mate. This guy. I won't move my chair over. Just shift them half-eaten ones that you miss his bit.
Why have you put all the chocolate on my desk?
I was doing a trick.
He's moist. You've bit it.
I know, that was part of the trick.
Thanks.
Whoa, 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 that Malteser can stay. Get rid of these!
Good God. I don't think you got arousing your pleasure. I don't think you got a good applause there.
Why? I did really well.
Goddamn Malteser, that's mine.
Sorry. I didn't mean to take your Malteser.
It was twice and both times I went. It was only what I kept going. And then you did it. Fuck off. This isn't a game anymore, bitches. Harry, you can shut up.
Why did I get subjected to this level of mindfuck? I did not sign up for this.
The patriarchy is a
Ladies and gentlemen! Let's have some drama.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not how I do it.
If eating chocolate was magic, I'd be the fucking grandmaster. She made us eat chocolate. What are you doing?
It's open in another program, so we can't open it here.
Like Mario?
Right, I picked this specifically for our lovely Saturday audience. Alright. I need 3 names, Andy. 2 boys and a lady. 2 boys.
2 boys and a lady. Game Kid. Kid. Rapper. Oh, there was Pixie Bella.
Pixie Bella. Right. I want it on fucking record here. Initially, this is written by a girl. Okay? Are you ready, Andy? Are you ready?
Let's do it. Let's do it, mate. I'm ready for
You're gonna like this.
Am I?
You are.
Why am I? Oh, God. Am I gonna like it?
Preacher and Ghost, of course.
Bonsoir.
All the way from Team Australia. She's a right little Sheila.
Alright, cunts.
She's alright, Sheila. I wipe my dick up and down some cheeks before slipping in, you know what I mean, cat? As the title says, I am in fact of the vaginal persuasion.
Vaginal persuasion. Doesn't that mean that she likes puss, or does that mean she has puss?
I'll take both.
Nice.
And I am a self-admitted one of the worst players in the game of all time. She's dealing with it.
We found it.
We found her. There she is. I have a 10-year-old daughter who uses keybinds. I have been playing since vanilla and do not.
Old school, mate. I like
Played
it.
by a 10-year-old girl.
I appreciate
Imagine the shame. Your daughter's like that at 10.
But she does that thing as well, like that boasting thing where they look away.
My husband is a huge fan of yours. He gets up at 4 or 5 a.m. every stream weekend to watch you live with a few cans. Alright, mate. Alright, cans.
Hooroo!
Hooroo! Hooroo! I thought, wouldn't it be amazing if you read my story while he was watching one day, so I have sneakily written this. Let's hope your waifu does not embarrass you.
Let's hope you have a huge penis.
Because you go and get your dick sucked tonight, we'll make sure of that.
Bingo bango.
Bingo bango. Get a few cans in you, because you are getting smooth rubbing. Smooth rubbing.
By the fire. Mind.
The story does include him. And I want to say now, I am deeply sorry for the pain I've put him through in World of Warcraft.
Oh.
He's truly a wonderful man to play with. And I play like an absolute shitlord.
Do you know what we should do, include, mate? Like a drama time confessionals. I'm having that. Well, we're having that. If anyone else does it, the fucking frauds. Warcraft confessionals, mate. We could do, oh shit, like a booth, you know, like a priest with the grate in front of it, right? and then I can film it like someone's reading the confessional through it, and the priest on the other side's what the punishment should be for
Bless
that
me,
person.
Father, for I have sinned.
Fucking yes, mate! What a well good idea, and you're called Preach, mate, so you can be that guy.
I need an Iron Jesus cross.
And one of those collar things. Oh shit! That has just ruined this story because it's never going to be as good as my idea.
Oh, I don't know.
But let's do it.
Alright, here we go. I've been playing since the tail end of Vanilla, doing things. Who's the husband? Who was it? Dane Kid.
Dane Kid, mate.
Dane
He
Kid.
knows.
You're the
Fucking Dane Kid, mate.
I've been playing since Vanilla, doing things to poor Dane Kid, like playing a Tauren hunter. And then saying to him, I want the spotted kitty from the dwarf starter zone.
We've all had some kind of like connotation to that mentality. We've had it on our Night Elf Hunters, mate.
So Dane Kid would have to walk my level 15-ish character all the way there, rezzing and dying over and over, being laughed at by a random troll rogue on the way, to tame a cat, only to have me delete the hunter a week later. The things we do for Poon.
Bitches, man.
The
That's why I
things
stopped.
we do for Poon.
That's why I
I
stopped.
really want that. Of course you do.
Coming, honey.
But this story starts in the Burning Crusade. Dane Kid was in a small guild that was hyped for running Karazhan. He played an orc hunter, and I was shitlording around on a female Tauren warrior. You just bring shame on your family, don't you? You're an embarrassment. Uninstall. Come on.
This poor woman, mate. She's done
A
something nice.
Tauren female warrior.
She's done something nice for her fella for you to butcher her story.
Butt chuck something.
I didn't say butcher.
If you were to invite me to group on a warrior, and I checked it, it said Tauren, I'd think, alright. And then you walked up to me with a female Tauren warrior, I'm likely to go, divorce. Because that's fucking stupid. Good God. I only played a female Tauren because I like animals. And I thought some of the shields in the game looked pretty.
That's a chick. That's confirmed. Chick, that. That's a confirmed chick. Hey, that was pretty.
I noticed that sometimes he spoke to people in the guild on MSN. And just in case you didn't know, just put in an older, crappier version of Skype.
Don't like that.
What?
I just said something that I don't like. Not me personally, it's just a horrible thing to say. Fuck that guy who I just banned.
Wow. I don't know what it was, but I'll take your word for it. I somehow found out that his GM was a lady, and I instantly hated her. Breacher, I'm sorry to say, I was one of those girls back then, but in my defense, I was only 21, so I hadn't learned to trust my partner.
You are smart, mate. 21's them fucking years.
Wait, you're talking to a girl? Oh no, not on my watch.
I don't think
But
so.
like half the planet's female. Yeah, fuck that half the planet. You are limited, son. You better talk to that other half. I made it my mission to reach level cap and join the guild with her. Now I know I'm a clicker, but the one thing I loved and was good at was leveling. Nailed it. Nailed
Nice.
it. Nailed. She's got this in the bag.
That's it.
Due to the fact that I had a ton of free time at home, as I just had a baby.
Congrats for then, which was a long time ago.
And it's sleep. So I did it. I hit level 70 and slapped my poor hubby over the back and declared, I'm ready to be your main tank.
Oh no!
No!
No! Pull the plug! Get out! Get out! That's one of them where you drop it. What have I done?
It's the only way.
That's a bit of tenderising.
I had no choice. I had no choice. Why did you make me do this?
Not like this.
He said okay and invited me and moved me to the social rank. Sure, hey, no problem.
So this is the wife?
It's gonna be the main tank, guys. Alright? Okay, let's put her down as social, yeah?
My wife is a cook, though. Hey, guys, it's my wife. She's a great tank. Aren't you, honey?
She plays a prop paladin, can't go wrong. Oh,
In TBC.
shooting fire. Spitting hot fire all over this place.
Booms everywhere.
It was a very small guild. Barely more than 15 people, but most everyone lived close by in the same city as us and either were friends IRL or had become good friends online. Everyone except our GM, who lived in Singapore. And her name was Pixie Bella. Hey, Pixie.
Playing with people in Singapore?
Don't do a voice. I can see your mouth edging to a voice.
How dare you? I wasn't thinking of that. I was thinking of how... Is that the Australian servers teamed up with Singapore?
Oceanic. Well, it was vanilla, so they didn't have Oceanic then.
What did they have? Singapore?
The fuck off.
Fuck off.
Singapore. Well, I fucking hated her. And I convinced myself that she was trying to use her Asian pussy to steal my husband. Now, I had no evidence for this, besides the fact that she was his friend on MSN. Well, what more do you
well,
need?
that's all you need.
You're basically...
Back then.
Yeah. She's gargling sperm,
That's
essentially.
it, back then.
Isn't she?
She's webcamming.
She's gargling sperm at that point.
Big dildos.
But-
Probably pixelated, like they do.
Yeah.
Yeah? Probably pixelated. But
she keeps sending in these weird pixelated pictures. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know if they're nudes.
But in my mind, she was a fucking whore. A dirty whore. Out to snatch him up. This is all word for word, by the way. Imagine my surprise when she was an incredibly lovely person who even invited me to the Kara group as DPS to gear up so I could be an off-tank in the future. Bitch. Fucking bitch. Pixie, you fucking whore.
And she's
Pixie.
just done nothing but nice things for her.
Oh.
The irony.
That's how
Oh,
she
the irony.
sucks you in.
That's it.
With her Asian womb. She's in. Now that I didn't have a weird and misguided agenda, I found myself falling in love with the guild and everyone in it. Being a young mummy, I had no friends IRL because everyone I had known was too busy having fun. Ah, feels bad, man. Feels bad. So the guild became my entire social life. Therefore, I felt so indebted to them that I would never roll for items. I will pay you back by being a constant burden on you.
That's not a burden, so
What?
to speak. Not rolling
What?
for items.
Permanently taking someone undergeared? Permanently?
It's not, no, they're not like saying, I want that, I want that, I want this. No, you go for it, guys. You took me along, you've done me a solid here. See what they've done there? Do you know, it's a 2-lane road, though, because then the raid, in turn, should be, well, this is probably the best upgrade for you. You take it.
Coming from you, I have never heard such utter bullshit in my life. Other than you would like to raid with someone who would never roll on items.
I'm saying she's nice. I'm not saying I'm nice.
The irony of you going, pass it all. Kumbaya, everyone. Kumbaya.
I ain't fucking doing that.
I ain't doing
If I
that.
hit you with
Fuck that.
stats and I don't get that loot, you will get a fucking earful. Shit houses.
Only when no one wanted it, or items that were given to me, and I became the guild therapist. A 21-year-old, slightly
MILF.
misguided,
Slightly misguided.
in terms of instantly assuming every woman on the planet was trying to fuck her husband, is going to become the guild therapist. Yeah? Yeah? Good news, everybody.
Kinky.
Everyone knew me as the person they come to talk to about anything, no matter what, because I would always listen and was so kind and friendly. Great.
This is ammunition turf, isn't it?
Much to Dane Kid's shock and disgust, because IRL, I'm a bit of a cunt.
Is this some sort of fucking joke, mate?
In fact, he got me watching your vids because there's a guy who's just like you called Ghost. You need to see this.
What?
It totally says that as well. Look.
So much my husband's shocking his ghost because IRL, I'm a bit of a cunt, lol. In fact, he got me watching your vids because there's a guy who is just like, who's called Ghost,
And you just banned that guy as well. It's so well done. I love it. 10 out of 10 story. It's the fucking best.
She think no, God, you know what I'm seeing here, mate? She married her fella in TBC because her fella reminds her of me.
I don't think so.
Boom. Hey. Coming your way, Australia.
Are you offering to go down under?
Giggity intended.
But since the girl was my only friends, I was desperate to just be there and have everyone happy and having a good bants. Yeah? Just trying to
That's all you need, mate.
So we only barely had a Caravan farm when I finally had enough gear to off-tank. Aside from the fact that I'm a clicker, I wasn't terrible. Right? No, don't use the word terrible. It's fine. I never had tunnel vision, and I always noticed that there were ads, and I did my darn tootness to pick them up.
Stop. Genuine question. How do you get tunnel vision as a tank? Too long. You don't. You don't.
I think she just means literally just tanking the boss.
I get it as one of the most easiest rotation DPS classes in the world, where I've got a very chill rotation, but I'm still literally...
and arguing with raid leader if there's a target switch. Can I talk to you for a minute?
When you say target switch,
you mean everybody else,
and
right?
everyone attacked that target, you didn't mean me, did you?
Yeah, I mean, I am exempt as a rogue, okay?
Arseholes.
I always looked up where to tank things and used my defensive cooldowns, doing the stance. But no matter how many sunders I had, I just couldn't do any threat. People would always be saying that they had to slow their DPS or stop to stop the boss from charging at them.
Might not be her fault. Back in TBC, Holmes.
Oh no, a good tank could always come. I made a video about it.
She's passing gear, right? She's passing gear. Yeah? You're just throwing shade at this beautiful woman, and the fact of the matter is she could be dramatically undergeared for DPS that's too high geared for this tank, and she's losing threat. Ergo, and she's clicking as well.
There we go, she shouldn't be tanking. Appropriate tank for appropriate DPS.
Just so we're on the same page, yeah? I'm totally with you on
this.
Yes.
Yeah. if in the world of threat, you don't throw a green tiered tank against epic deeps.
I would, mate.
Well, she said she was appropriately geared.
Yeah. Oh, she did?
Yeah. Well, she's not doing spamming enough for heroic strike. You need to do a lot of this, like I used to do. That's how you tank in CBC. Tough stuff. Although being as I was an off-tank, guess it wasn't a huge deal. More of an annoying thing. Pixie Bella, meanwhile, was moving to Australia to study.
This is the fucking... hang about.
You getting ready?
Wait, I'm not going to do an impression. I'm thinking of a nickname. The Singapore Whore.
Incoming Singapore Whore bomb. Boom. She had no time to play WoW anymore and passed the GM over to my hubby, which to me was a sacred honour.
I bet you got fucked that night.
You're the GM.
You're the GM now.
Bad WoW guild.
Well, let me tell you something. Yeah, let me tell you something, Mr. GM. I caused a wipe tonight.
Oh, demote me. Demote me.
I took something from the guild back.
Oh, how much DKP have you got?
Somebody's getting a DKP bonus.
And to my disgust, it seemed to irritate him to no end. Especially when it came to him watching me click my way through Kara as his off-tank. Now he had all the power. He's like, okay, this is now a problem.
Can you imagine?
This is now my problem to deal with.
Where's the... where the fuck is it? Is that it? So, like, imagine this, like, you're playing as the bitch. Like, you're just playing away, like, you're keybinded. I don't mean to call her a bitch, by the way. And then just, like, as he sees this, now he's in charge of this. And he leans over into her screen just like... Oh, hell no. It's the lead.
He started to become agitated with my clicking. He would beg me to make macros, to which I would kindly tell him to fuck off. Clicking is fine.
In fairness to her, she's got moxie. She's standing her ground.
She's standing her ground.
She's standing her ground.
I'll argue it to the end of days. Eventually, he'd had enough, wanting more and to be able to do at least Serpent Shrine Cavern. He told me he was going to leave the guild. I fought with him IRL, calling him a traitor, and how he could leave like this.
What, a fella left the guild?
He was like, this guild's shit, though. I'm
And
out.
he's the GM of it. There you go.
But he's like, I'll come with the new guild with you.
You're fine here.
You're
fine
fine
here.
here. You're fine here. This is where you belong.
That's it. Hey, this is where you belong. But in a nice way, you said it to her.
How do you have that argument, IRL? I'm leaving the guild. What? You're leaving me?
That's what it is, though, right?
Yeah,
It's,
it's
oh, so
personal.
you're going to leave me here, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so emotionally invested in the guild and my friends, I hadn't realised how bad we were. Halfway through the Burning Crusade and only having just got Kara on farm, and only being able to clear the first boss of Gruul's lair. Politely, he took his leave and made me the GM. Yes. Excellent. Some people left with Dakin to a guild that was easily clearing current content, and while he had time of his life, I started to have the struggle of my life. I don't want to wait for our lives to be over.
I can't believe you remember that song.
I never forget Dawson's Creek.
You should.
I watch it every day.
Everyone should forget Dawson's Creek.
No. He had a ladder up to a bedroom and it was perfectly
So
normal.
did fucking Sam in Clarissa Explains It All.
That would
and that
never-
was well better,
That
by
would
the way.
never fly this time.
Are you
right?
kidding
That
me?
would
If
never fly.
if I lived next door to Melissa Joan Hart, had a ladder into her bedroom, I'd be smashing that daily.
He never got any.
He didn't either. Sam with his
never
curtains.
Sam never
He
got
just
a
go,
piece.
hey Sam, he's go, blew. And
Sam
he'd crawl into a
never
room.
got a piece.
The amount of times that he's probably even like, he's working up the ladder, getting a boner as he's working. So he's ready to fucking up. But then Ferguson would walk in. And I'd probably just like, grab the back of his head. Fuck off! Hiroshi's sister's going to make another video game about where she knocks you out.
She did make video games.
She
that
did.
show. She did.
She did.
She did. I'd imagine
still
if
fit,
they
by
put
the
that
way.
in a show today, fucking
She's
hell,
gorgeous, Melissa Joan Hart, today.
all right.
Gorgeous!
Why are you
Why not
researching-
recognising Melissa Joan Hart?
I'll accept. I'll accept it.
Gorgeous.
The Teenage Witch would get it. There you go. It's all good. Relax.
He digs hitting the ladder rungs as he's going up.
We recruited more people for our crappy Kara runs, but Preacher, I won't lie, I was a bad GM. I was not the best.
How bad?
I had no patience for people's mistakes and no idea what I was doing when it came to teaching people how to do it correctly. Stop fucking up! What am I doing wrong? I don't know! Stop it! Piece of shit.
I did that.
Yeah, I know. We managed to recruit some... That's why you two relate. You see? The husband had it down.
No, I'm relating with the husband.
Okay. So he recruits this hunter, right? Called Rapper. Rapper. Best name. Who would lose his fucking mind if anyone dared abbreviate his character name.
Choose your next words wisely when you refer to this man.
Now, the abbreviation is awesome. Because it won't spoil it, because I won't have to say the name. But the abbreviation of his actual game name is Metal. Metal!
Why would you hate that?
Why no? Why would you hate that? And of all the fucking things to be mad about.
If your name was Dixon, and you abbreviated that, I can see a problem. Or like Slagathor.
Slagathor. I would beg and plead with him to stay. Even though he could barely pull off enough DPS to get out of a wet paper bag and had the personality of a lump of cat vomit, he was in fact somebody who turned up to raids.
That's a low bar.
I remember clearly the night I gave up. We were at the Summoning Stone, waiting and waiting for people to log on so we could attempt Loot Reaver. Oh, we're going to TK, y'all. People quite often were half an hour late, or just didn't show up at all, even after signing up for raids. And this night was no different.
Everything's fine.
There's a rage inside me building so fucking much. I can't even. I literally can't even. Wankers.
For what?
Disrespecting other people's time.
Churlish. What do you say?
It's a rage in my soul.
Chicanerous.
People were already fighting a rap rapper. Someone had abbreviated his name. These are real life problems, man.
That reminds me of SWAT.
And he was shouting into vent that he deserved the respect of being addressed by his full name, telling me that I should call a meeting and tell people to get his name right. I demand a court!
I'd make a court and then I'd publicly humiliate him. Here's the thing, Em. No, I'd do it, and every time I addressed him, I'd take a letter off it until there was nothing left.
Wait.
Then I'd kick him.
So was Linkin Park.
Melissa John Hart. 40-year-old mate. Fucking tasty. Told you. Yeah. You know what? Alabama top, you know what that indicates directly. Directly, mate. Straight to the back. Oh! Oh! Seems like you can see it coming out there. Oh! So anyway, so this guy's called for a meeting?
For a meeting. Everyone who wasn't involved in the name fight was whispering me saying, can't we just do Cara? And I ate that as well. Because we're doing new content. We're not going farming Cara. We're not doing Karazhan. We're doing Loot Reaver. You cooks.
Is this you or her that's angry?
Me, I'm fucking angry as fuck right now. I would burn this guild to the fucking ground in seconds. I hate that. It was such a vanilla thing as well. We're going Blackwing Lair. People logging off, lagging out, all sorts. Anixia, Molten Core, oh, 55 people online. That's where that screenshot comes from, where I told everybody if they leave, they'd be kicked from the guild. Because I said, right, it's Molten Core on Thursday, right? 50 people online, got everybody into Molten Core. This is true, totally what I did, got everybody into Molten Core. Right, everyone goes to Blackwing Lair.
Ah, that's well clever. That's very smart. I like that, mate.
Fuck them. Fuck those dickheads. Fucking slap.
Well done, man.
Fucking 8 people loot farming and fucking off for the week. Wankers. Anyway. What?
A niche.
No! Fuck off, man. They're fucking wasting my goddamn time. Arseholes. Anyway. Everyone else who wasn't in the fight was whispering me about why I couldn't just do more Cara. We went. Our current group could no longer pass the curator. I snapped. I turned to Dane Kid and admitted I couldn't do it anymore. And I rage quit and went to bed. And he's like, no shit.
No shit. It's where you spat on the screen.
Yeah, but look at the accuracy. And just like magic,
it's still there.
He was gone.
Shazam.
You know he didn't give a fuck. He was like,
But he's carrying on though. She'll slam the door behind.
Like Black Temple.
And he won't even turn around like, all right, honey.
It's not Stevie Wonder.
I didn't say, all right, honey. Why do you put up with your wife when she's like, because isn't she lovely?
However, he being the legend he is, saw it all out for me while he slept. Cock! Boo!
Sorry, what out?
Oh, the guild trouble.
How did he sort that out? What?
He probably just kicked it.
No, he probably didn't. He started it all out while I slept. He logged her account and G quit. That's what he did.
Hey, honey, fix the
problem. You had a guild problem? Fixed it. What do? I left your guild.
He asked his... No, this is what he did. This is what he did. He asked his current guild to absorb my members so that I could step down and get back to enjoying the game. Oh! No! No, don't do that. Why would you do that? Dude! No!
You've got to see it as a positive, mate, and let me put a spin on it, yeah? He's absorbing the darkness to make himself stronger, like a demon hunter. The darkness.
Good God. Most of the members were thrilled to be invited to a guild that was so further progressed.
No shit.
But you're not. I don't get that. Hey, my guild's cleared 7 out of 10. Oh, really? Yeah. Did you do any? No. The guild has them. Let's see what guild I'm in. Boom.
Not above his head though. Boom.
Who's in that guild? This guy. I couldn't believe how lucky they were. They were, of course, assigned to the newly made Team 2, but that in itself was a massive step up for us. Why was it? Why? Why is that a step up if you're still the same guild? But now, we're in that guild. Ipso facto, we're way better now.
Boom.
However, though, Rapper and his few friends were fucking fuming, mate. Told us that we were traitors and told us that we were fucking scum, mate. That we're giving up on friendship. Yeah?
What if you're in the same guild?
I know, he's still all together.
He's still all together.
He's still all together.
Fact is, nothing changes.
There's nothing changed here at all. You guys are like riding some coattails of Fantasyland. Like this. Woo! Which I thought was funny though, considering how often he had threatened to quit over something as crazy as his name. He made a new guild. A rival guild, as he called it. Which died within the first month.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
As for me, after joining Dame's Guild, I was promptly asked to please re-roll to a healer. Whoa. Are you a girl? Okay, we can see why you're a guild. Oh, this all makes sense now.
No, it's not the extended. You a girl? Wait. Whoa, dude! Is this chick your wife? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? She's logged on as a tank. Is this your account? 1, not a blood elf. 2, not a priest.
I like the idea that the other guilds saw this as like why their guild failed. But okay, so let's check what's happening with these new guys we got. Okay, so GM, who's that? Oh, it's Pixie Ballot. Okay. Oh no, it's not, is it? But it's the author. And what's she playing? Whoa, prop warrior. Wait a minute, wasn't it a girl? Oh, this all makes sense now. Okay, let's fix this shit.
Let's fix that immediately. Let's fix that immediately.
I obliged. Rolled a resto shaman and retired my warrior.
Almost there.
One day, ooh, halfway. One day while playing around on the old warrior, I went to respec so I could have some fun in PvP. Nice. That's when I saw it. I discovered that after I had spec to prop back when I had dinged 70 and not bought.
I read that as well. No.
We're going to have to read it.
It's a bitter pill to swallow.
One day while playing around on the old warrior, I went to respec so I could have some fun in BGs. That's when I saw it. I discovered that after I had spec to prop back when I had dinged level 70, I had not bought any upgraded spells. At all. For months. I had been tanking with the basic level 1 spells. No wonder my threat had been utter garbage. That would probably do it.
Yeah.
That would probably do it.
Yeah.
It's because of your natural inclination as a woman to downrank spells and play healer.
Yes, you did it. Yes.
I'll never forget the look on Dame Kid's face. It was a mixture of disgust and bants. It's like...
No, the combination's just like...
I had to beg him not to tell anyone. And to his credit, he never did.
Well...
Oh, he did.
Here's the thing.
Oh, Here's
the thing.
Oh.
He probably just sold a few more people than your guilds were.
Oh, he did. Oh, it was like, look, I have to tell someone because this is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is amazing. You can't tell this to anyone else, but I have to get this out. I have to get this out. We no longer play together. I play Alliance. He literally re-rolled. He was like, okay. All right. 1 minute. I need to...
Change server. Change faction.
I need to bring this in. I'm leaving the realm. There's only one course of action. I'm leaving the realm, and I'm going to play the other faction. Okay? And we'll just say that that's that, and it's done. I will keep your secret under one condition. Never follow me.
Never follow me. Do not do it.
I play Alliance very casually as a Mistweaver monk and a Resto druid.
You've made characters on other servers just to tell people.
He went to an orc shaman, which he raised with after reaching out to you about playing his old hunter or not. He still loves the class, but says they're boring and far too simple. Ah, hunters rip.
Never forget.
Never forget. Knowing this is just recently boosted one, he tells me I should play BM. He's still trolling you after all this time.
Oh, I've got something to ask about that in a bit, but carry on. Sorry, it reminded me.
Our daughter is 10 now, and I'm leveling a Tauran priest with her.
Female Tauran priests. Do you know what? I don't mind them. We had in my old raid team we had a female Tauran monk healer. Don't mind it, mate. Don't mind it. You know, it's not for me at all, but I don't mind it. Better than a fucking troll.
I guess you could say I'm finally in my place. No.
Yes.
Blood Elf.
Oh, right, race-wise.
You're not there yet.
Well, it's a step forward.
There.
It's a step forward. Now, just that 17 extra dabs, you could be exactly where you should be.
Even I am a female Blood Elf now. It's just the natural end point. Okay? At least I don't have to buy spell upgrades anymore. Thank God. Thank God for that. My old GM, who I had hated, Pixie Bella, is now a very good friend IRL. But I've never admitted to her how I used to feel about that fucking bitch.
You did?
Yeah, because I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable. Ha! I'm fairly certain she is in fact a lesbian anyway. I see. Well, that changes things a little bit. Thank you for reading my little story. Love your show. We listen to it together in the car on date nights.
Oh, let me give you a little something.
Suck his dick right now.
Suck his dick
right now.
Suck his dick.
Do it.
Don't bail out of it, right?
Go.
Just grab that. Go.
Yeah, just do it.
Suck that cock.
Suck that cock.
Just do it.
Oh, just whip it out.
If he doesn't ask you for it, he'll never get it. We're doing it for him. Do him a fucking service. Yeah, work a full pepper mill. Work the balls. Yeah,
go for a record. How fast
can you do it? Here's the thing, right? Take a trip to the store, whap his tallywhacker out, and then see if you can finish him before he parks on the drive.
Reach over.
Yeah,
reach
that's
over.
it. Go.
Reach over.
Go.
Suck that cock. Suck that cock. Suck it down. And you, husband?
You're welcome.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Now I'm going to leave it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm joking. The police are outside the window. If you ever come to Australia, we'll buy you drinks. Wash your teeth first.
Exactly. If we're going to hug, I don't want dick breath.
Brush your teeth first. Oh my god, that story is fucking horrible, isn't it? Oh my god, my soul. My soul already gets fucking horrific. I absolutely fucking blew my mind. When I was reading through it, I was like, stop. Please stop. Please, it can't go any further. Why are these guys not on the launcher? And here's some WoW content creators. Just click it.
Suck his dick! Go!
Get it down. Drink it. Gargle
all the way.
Gargle it.
Show it in where you've got it in your mouth, then deck it like a shot.
Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. And go like that. I know it seems like it'd be gross, but it's fine.
For us, it's fine.
He's going to remember it. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey!
He's going to remember
and if we find a second drama story, hopefully this is in it. The time Preaching Ghost got me arrested for sucking dick in a car.
But my husband is definitely never
time of his life.
Never leaving me whatsoever. And that brings in a little drama time. Isn't that great?
What a strong finish. Hopefully, he got one as well.
I love it, man. I hope he got a strong finish. I hope he's not the kind of guy to go, oh, I'm driving. Pull over.
No, he's Australian, mate.
He's
the chances are he's not got any pants on anyway. Right? Do you know what he's got on?
His sandals.
Listen, he's got a wife beater and a pair of flip-flops. Yeah?
Probably topless, actually.
In fact, that sounds like really comfy driving techniques. Can't wait for summer.
Right, so big Uber kind of really fun announcement for everybody. We've been discussing when and where we can have multiplayer night with all you people. Because we want to do that, don't we, pal?
We do, mate. We want to synergize a little more, yeah?
What we want to do, because we have all these things accessible to us, such as, wait for it, mind-blowing, Discord. And we like the fact that we can...
I want to play with this.
Okay. That we can obviously chit-chat with you guys. In fact, on the times we've been able to do it after the web shows, it's been pretty fucking swaggerlicious. Even when we've had hundreds of people in Discord, it's turned into a really fun thing. So we want to do that. So we're going to be adding it to the web show. As of 2 weeks' time. The next web show. The next web show, that's going to be happening. So if you're here right now, you'll be able to take part. So how are we going to run it? Good question. Thank you for asking. We're going to have a little ranch of games. A little selection of multiplayer games. So they're usually quite cheap. PC-based. Right? PC-based. All that kind of good stuff. That you can pick up on Steam. Pretty goddamn cheap for the most part. And they're just going to be in our little collection that we'll be playing stuff like that with you guys and being able to do that. You like strangers on your Discord? Yes. Yes. Oh, Delora will be playing with us. So we're going to kick off next. So already we've got in there is For Honor, which isn't a super cheap one yet, which is why we're not doing it first. Killing Floor 2.
Yep.
Killing Floor 2. We wanted to put Dead by Daylight in there, but apparently they've cooked the game.
They fucked Dead by Daylight, apparently. With its latest patch, that game apparently is unplayable. From reading the top 90% of the current posts for it on Steam, Dead by Daylight looks so good to play with you guys, and it's quite cheap as well, but the latest patch, they fucked it, and the devs are just completely unresponsive.
Mm-hmm. Now, because obviously there's a few reasons for doing this. One, we want to play with you guys, because we think that's going to be really cool. There's the Discord. But also, many of you, and many of the troubles that people have in World of Warcraft especially, is finding good people to play with. Right?
Bingo.
If you look at pretty much any thread where people are, I hate this about Legion, it's usually because they're playing by their goddamn selves. So we want to find a way to promote you guys meeting each other in some way, and obviously via us, which makes sense. That's what happens at pretty much every con and event we go to, is people walk away with new friends to play online games with. Mm-hmm. It works 100% of the time, as far as I know, for nearly everybody. So, our Discord server, Mr. Delore, who is now in charge of the Gamer Dad's channel, pretty much sorting all that out for us, all the Gamer Dad stuff. Thank you, Delore. Unfortunately, we had a cock up with the release dates and spammed your feeds. Sorry. But we'll talk about that in a second. Has set up the Discord server, so there's all different channels for these different multiplayer games. And basically what will be happening is that the web show will stop having breaks for the most part and be a long-running thing, and then we'll switch over to literally playing multiplayer games with you guys as well and varying it up. So we'll have a small pool of games that we dip into and dip out of, that kind of thing. So we're going to start it at the next thing. So what we're hoping to do is things like the Halloween game and Dead by Daylight. Games like that is where I can be the killer, and then there's a team led by Ghosty, who is trying to escape me, and it should create great viewing and a great experience for everybody.
When Friday the 13th comes out, it's going to be well good.
Yeah, exactly. So we got Friday. Is it Halloween or Friday the 13th? It's Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it's Myers, isn't it? No, that's wrong. Jason.
Voorhees.
Voorhees. Yeah, it won't happen again. That's fine. It was no big deal. So we'll be doing all that kind of stuff. Will we be doing a review for Logan? Yes. Yes. You need to get Killing Floor 2. It's really cheap. So we're not looking to put expensive, like restrictive games on the list. We're always open to suggestions for games that you can play together, all that kind of stuff. So we don't want it to be restrictive, which means no console stuff, because most of you guys don't have consoles, as we know. And nothing that's like brand new AAA, unless we might have one-offs on that with people who just got the game. But generally speaking, we're just having stuff where we can get on Discord with you guys, chit-chat, talk shit, and everybody can play amongst each other while waiting to play and all that kind of stuff. And that should be a lot of bands.
I do want to put Overwatch on it, so I can play it again.
I'm going to put Overwatch on it so I have a reason to play Overwatch.
Yeah.
But you keep playing For Honor. Although For Honor's pretty fucked now as well, right?
Honor's fucked. It wasn't apparent as it is now because of the peer-to-peer system where it actually used someone as the host.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they've done, but the game's just... was it Friday afternoon? 5 out of 6 games. No, about 8 out of 10 games that I played quit out at the start, halfway through, whatever. When it quits out, you don't get any stats for that match, and it just fucks you. So good about that, but it is in our rotation because the custom games
we host,
so they will not fuck up.
Ultimate Chicken Horse. Yeah, there's another game we actually want to play, which I think you guys will really enjoy watching, because the 1-2 Switch stream was really good. We had a lot of fun with that 1-2 Switch game. But the other one is Paper Cut or something like that.
That looks so good.
It looks like we would fight a lot.
Yeah.
And make ourselves look like massive dicks on that. But yeah, we'll be doing stuff like that. Yeah, custom games and bants and all that. Rocket League. I think Rocket League can go on the list.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds really good idea, Rocket League.
Put Rocket League on the list and we can all play that. But it's generally just good fun stuff that we can mix with all of you guys and do all that. Yeah, Rocket League. If you want to do the Rocket League ones, but of course, suggest things to us via Twitter, ideally. So on another one of that, Emma starts officially with us on Wednesday.
Wednesday coming.
Wednesday coming. Emma joins the team officially. She's got multiple roles, but the roles you'll mainly see, one, she's going to be doing a lot of Patreon stuff to make sure that stays active, and she can communicate very quickly to me instead of me doing all the Patreon admin and then doing back to it. So she's going to be able to communicate quickly to me through the Patreon stuff, so that's a big one. The other thing she's doing is going to getting business deals in terms of getting games earlier, because as Makes Watts is increasing in popularity, thank you for that, we obviously need to be more on the dime with getting the videos out, but unfortunately we get them on release because we haven't got time to go and fish them out, but Emma's going to be doing that. Full-time edition. She's not full-time, she's doing 3 out of 5 days because she's also learning to be a teacher. And basically we're running it like this, is that Emma is going to be working here 3 days a week. She's going to learn to be a teacher in the other 2 days. She's going to college for that. But in a year's time, if this isn't completely full-time as a business job, then she'll go on to be a teacher.
What are you looking at for the camera?
There.
Because it looks like you're looking at the mic.
Oh, sometimes probably.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, so that's what's going on there. So, guys on Patreon, expect some sort of video from Emma and starting to reel out what she's going to be doing with you guys. Probably, maybe Wednesday day. I've got to do all the stuff with her. But she's got a lot of roles going on here, which should be really fun. So you might see some really cool stuff happening very, very quickly once Emma gets on. Because she did really well for us in the 1 week she trialled her job. A teacher? What subjects? I don't know. She's teaching at Hogwarts. Yeah, lots of big changes happening over the next few months. Because obviously I'm moving into PreachCon mode pretty soon. We just did that huge 1 week Breath of the Wild. Horizon Zero Dawn, you're going to be finishing up this week.
Next week.
Next week. Well, from Monday. You're going to be finishing up Horizon Zero Dawn. And then I'll be doing Mass Effect Andromeda.
On the 21st?
Yeah.
Oh, don't we get it? US is 21st, us is 23rd.
Well, we can get it early, but I think you have to play it on Xbox.
I don't like that, though.
I
Like
don't
this
like that
regional
either.
fucking... Not the fact
I
that it's
don't like that
Xbox,
either.
the fact that, like, EU and US game releases these days are different like that. It doesn't make sense to me.
So we'll be going on yet another journey down the Mass Effect Andromeda path to see how that goes now. And I hope it's going to be pretty good. Viewer raids are going to be Tuesday-ish, I think, but they're always subject to change. So what we decided to do, we actually had a bit of a meet on Friday, is how we're going to organise things. So we want certain parts of the stream. Obviously our stream, generally gameplay, has actually gone really, really well. Far better than we thought it would be. And the way we're mixing that up is having certain staples. So one will be the multiplayer stream, drama, the web show, and viewer raids. Viewer raids have become really popular. We are definitely aware now that so many people are turning up for viewer raids that we can't fit anywhere near close to everybody in. It's a little difficult to try and fit hundreds of people into a viewer raid, but they're doing really well. So the viewer raids are going to become a staple part of the daytime streaming, but it might move its day around. So we'll generally tweet that around as to when that's going to be happening. So there you go. No, I didn't finish Mass Effect 3. Did not enjoy that game at all. Not at all. In fact, it's a good reason. I actually swore off RPGs on stream after Mass Effect 3. I was like, I'm done with RPGs because of how much investment there is. But in Mass Effect Andromeda, it's brand new people, no sort of emotional attachment from the viewers, so we should be okay to just go into that and see what's going on there. So yeah, viewer raids should hopefully be Tuesday, but Horizon Zero Dawn will take priority over that. Yeah. Yeah, everybody can join. Everybody can join. The wife support has accepted the terms for your request. Oh! Tell me your... Are you the guy getting your dick sucked right now, Sean?
Schwagen.
Schwagen. Are you getting your dick sucked right now? Because that's on us. You always, bro. You always, bro.
I remember people during chat referring to him as the author or the guy in the story, so I'm pretty certain that is him. We need, like... I see you've touched the
Pixelated
surface.
picture.
You've touched the surface of confirmation. I want full confirmation.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got to say a few things. Like this week's stream with Zelda was amazing. Our stream audience has come on leaps and bounds. You guys have been fucking amazing.
Yeah.
In terms of that, Delore's now doing all the Gamer Dad stuff. So if you missed the streams, although I think Zelda might not be a go.
Thank you, Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo's pretty twatty. I'm doing a thing with Nobble about Breath of the Wild. I'm not sure how we're going to work it. I'll have to speak to him about that. But pretty wonky on that. But other than that, if you don't like Twitch VODs, which many of you don't, the Game Dash channel will have all the games on there now. And we kind of made a bit of a commitment on Friday to, if the game's decent, we will be finishing the stories on the games. Which a lot of you have been asking for. Is like, can you finish the story at least? Because sometimes we don't, because we're doing it for a video and then moving on. I don't know, Delore. Try putting some up, Delore, and see what happens. Like, do some 1 hour sections to see what happens.
What, of Zelda?
Yeah, apparently Nintendo's taking them down. If not, we can highlight them and sort of archive forever on Twitch. But there you go. Yeah, literally, we're not throwing YouTube stuff on Gamer Dads. Stream stuff. I don't want stream content on the main channel. I don't want that. Other than that, I'll be getting a new Twitter. And my Twitter will become the proper one, because Andy's going to be using it, and Emma will be using that. So it's better that we have that central source. So I'll be getting a personal Twitter where I can be a bit more me, rather than the business one. So, yeah. That's what's going to be happening there as well. Yeah. Absolutely, Spocky is. Well, we're getting there. It's been a difficult transition for people to accept us doing different games, because we have a ridiculously long history of games that aren't World of Warcraft since we were children. So it's happening. It's happening, and it's quite nice to see, actually. It's quite nice to hear. We've had some big milestones recently, which is pretty good. Yeah, that one random spam from the Game Dads channel was literally just catching everything up. So Resident Evil 7 went up, Dark Souls 3 went up. What else went up? Some games you played. I can't remember what went up. We played so many games recently. It's been crazy. Yeah. We won't be changing the Twitch name, by the way. We can't see a reason to do it. The problem is it doesn't update links or anything like that. So yeah.
They'll fuck the links.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to do the Q&A now? Because I know we've got some stuff to do after this. If you want to hit us up with any questions, I think that's everything I've got to say. There'll be a lot happening next week. Andy's going to be doing the most majority of the streaming, because I'll be saving for Mass Effect and working on cool stuff.
Yeah, two quick things
I was about to spoil loads of stuff.
First is a question, mate.
Oh, you wanted to ask me?
I wanted to ask you a question. So,
Vintage Ghost.
I've revitalised my Alliance characters. And
you're playing a warrior.
Well, at the minute I am. Let's get to that. Whoa.
Alright, sorry.
So I'm not gearing him when I've capped him. He's 100. Well, he's 110. I'm going to finish his campaign quest, and I'm going to do my other Alliance ones. I just want to do all the classes now. And I can also do a Druid, because I'm Alliance. Yes. But, one of my Hunter, so I set him up for Marksman, then I changed spec to set him up for BM. My Hunter had about 4, like, rare exotic pets.
Okay.
And now he has none.
Oh, as BM?
As BM. Like, I put called pet, it's like, you've not got any pets. That's fucking me up, because some of those pets I farmed. And it's just saying, you have no pets.
I don't know the answer to that question.
Motherfucker, Blizzard's cooking me. But yeah, the other one was... Can't even remember, mate. Carry on, let's do it.
Tell us about your Alliance situation. What are you doing there?
Well, yeah, okay, so... Like, I'm stepping out of raiding. It doesn't mean it's no reflection on the game itself. I still love the raids. I still love the content in the game. It just got to the point with raids where, to raid at a mythic level, I don't have the time to put into my character. And especially what made it worse, I would have done if I would have A, stayed as Demon Hunter for the DPS, and B, because he would have been artifact capped.
Yep.
He's trait capped, my rogue isn't. So that's why I thought I'm stepping out of raiding now, fuck it. Shut up. And the other thing is, I want to see some of the Alliance side stuff and play the other characters that I've not had a chance to. So I've made my own little, like, Solitude guild. Diamond Dogs, mate. Metal Gear.
You went with the Diamond Dogs?
Diamond Dogs, mate, on a Silver Moon.
Silver Moon EU.
Yeah, you can, if, like, there's no fucking raiding or anything like that. If you want to join for social reasons, you've got a character on there, you can do, that's fine. But I'm leveling, I set my warrior up, and I healed a couple of times on my priest.
Cool.
Didn't like it. I used to love Discipline. And I don't like it that much anymore.
Oh, really? Did you play it correctly?
Probably not. But
how did you play your Discipline Priest? I'm really interested. As somebody who didn't know the changes, I assume you didn't know what had changed.
Define to me what had changed. I read what I should have been doing.
How did you play a Discipline Priest?
I waited for... Is it the Atonement? I basically got out the Atonement buff on practically everything.
How?
And then, I can't remember. Various ways. With the shield, with that fucking insta-fucking heal thing before the pulls.
Right. Go on, keep going.
I can't.
I'm learning. Sorry if I've got
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's like, I don't know. For the things it gave it, what is it? It's power word shield that gives it. It's that insta heal thing, which I just thought, fuck it. I was putting that on people before pulls were made, and then just maintaining them like spinning plates while damaging the boss or the mobs.
What's your healer UI like?
It's my standard UI.
Is it? Oh, you don't have my healer UI profile, do you?
I don't.
So were you clicking people to put plea on them and stuff?
Oh yeah, I've not got mouse over macros or anything like that.
Right, yeah, you need that.
Yeah, I know, isn't it? I need
this.
that.
No, for this.
I guess like it just. I'm alright healing 5-mans. I can't see myself healing a raid, so that's why I put the brakes on that.
Okay.
I can't see myself healing a raid, but then I went into my warrior and he was automatically in Fury, so I thought I'd give that a go. I'm really enjoying playing Fury.
I'm so sad that the first iteration of Fury from beta never went live because it was so cool. It was, I mean, Rampage felt monstrous in beta. Now it's not so much, but that's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you.
What?
This is very divisive because
I enjoyed the play of it. I just felt that I know for a fact, right, that there was something that I was missing.
You should be like DPSing like 95% of the time. That's
why I think I was fucking. I found
if you're like managing a tournament much more manually and laboriously instead of being able to like just mouse over plea, shield, whatever, and while continually DPSing.
Just can I ask a quick question?
Yeah,
if I'm targeting the boss, right, and I've got mouse over macros, and I'm damaging the boss, and someone's not got atonement, if I just literally keep targeting the boss, but mouse over, and just go, that'll give them
exactly that. You never change target.
That's fucking amazing.
You're basically a ranged DPSer.
That's so fucking.
That's
insane.
how you're supposed to play it. The game
I get you.
I'll be honest. The game in the natural Blizzard UI isn't conducive to that playstyle. But yes, you're supposed to be able to be like nuking an enemy, unless you're doing Shadow Men spam, which you kind of do in Mythic Pluses. But you're supposed to be playing like.
Yeah. That's the whole change. I've never used mouse over macros. I've never fucking healed since.
Fury is very cool though.
But the feeling that I get when I'm playing Fury, especially. Like, I know that because I'm leveling, I'm not going to have enough... It's crit, isn't it, that procs...
Yeah, Enrage.
Enrage, yeah. So I've not got that much Enrage uptime at the minute, but I love the feeling.
101.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I know. But, like, as I'm leveling up and I get it and then I feel the fucking amount of damage, and then I can see my health bar just doing this, but I know full well that I'm safe because of the amount of damage that I can do on certain amount of mobs. And then just bringing all the mobs in and getting a Wrecking Ball proc and then just swinging around at everything.
Very, very cool.
So much fun, man, Fury, I've got to say. But I'm not sticking on Fury is what I'm saying. As soon as my warrior's capped, I'm then going to try my druids because I can finally play.
What druid? I love it when you play specs because it's like... It's going to sound horrible, but it's not. It's like when a lot of people pick up a new spec. It's very hard for me who's done like, what, 15 Feral Druid guides, or 15 or 16, around that number probably, Fury Warrior guides, throughout the expansions, to hear what a fresh look it feels like. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because for me, it's, I can't get out of my head, it's like, I've done this like 15, 16 times, and I know my audience has probably heard this 15 times, so I forget coming back to like, a very like, how does this work kind of thing? What am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
So that's why I get like so interested when you're saying I'm going to try this and that.
Well, this is going to sound fucking crazy to a lot of people, but I never played a druid purely because of the races that it can be on the horde side.
I get that.
And I've not even got a spec in mind. I want to try. I know that I've not seen. I'm assuming because I've not seen them, there is literally no ferals at the minute. Is that like a touch subject, or are they just not very good at the minute? Or
what, feral?
Feral, yeah.
No, not at the moment. No, seriously.
All right, I thought you're doing this like you're going to say something.
No, in the grand, if you're trying to be like,
oh, no, I'm not trying to be pinning. I want to play what I'm enjoying.
I don't want to say to people, feral's really, really bad because it isn't really.
Oh, I see. Okay, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
You know how people take my words out of context.
Absolutely.
Like Rex there's like Fury's not about getting crits anymore. But the question actually was, does crit cause your enrage to go up?
Yes.
And rampage.
Yes.
So the answer to that is yes. I'm not saying that Fury's all about crit. Do you understand how it gets twisted and then it's like. That's what I always have a trouble. That's a lot of people are like, why do you keep repeating this on videos? It's like, dude, if you could even see the amount of people who hear what they want to hear instead of what I said, it's really awkward.
But with the druid, I mean, what I was thinking, like, judged on what you said about my disc breezes, once my warrior's capped and I go into my druid, I'm going to try the specs at his level. But once he's capped, I'm maybe going to try my disc and my rest. Still fucking resto was a druid. Resto druid, yeah, of course it is.
Tree.
Just try them healing, but maybe try and set
Why
one
do you
of
want
them
to try
up with the healers. Because this is the only expansion that I've ever wanted to try everything because of the changes, not just to the animations, because I'm more of a visual than a fucking functional kind of guy when I'm playing it. Not just the changes to the animations, but a lot of the playstyle for a lot of things that I've not played since fucking TBC or Cataclysm has changed so much.
Yeah.
And for the example given that my Elemental Shaman, I've never ever played an Ellie Shaman at all, and that's why I thought I want to try a new character. Fuck it, that one. And because of how blown away I was by that, I want to try everything now. Even if it sucks, I want to try it.
Oh, shit.
What have you done?
Timed someone out by accident. Idiot. Got him. Did I get him? This guy.
Try again. Wait.
This guy.
Hit it! Nailed him. Ha! You didn't unban the other guy, though.
Yeah, I did. It was no longer timed out. Sorry. I don't know if you think it's funny to ask me about toothpaste.
But it's annoying when you see it like 8 times. Go the fuck away.
I don't know if you think it's a joke or whatever. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Dude. It's just weird. It's like that guy who was like, a guy last week. No, it was a couple of weeks ago. He kept asking me about shampoo in stream. He was like, "What shampoo do you use?" I ignored it at first because I thought, guess you're trying to be funny. And it came back like 7 or 8 times. I was like, okay, that's weird. Fucking logged onto my server and was whispering me in game about shampoo. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He was like, oh, sorry, I thought it was funny. I was like,
it's not funny. It's tragic.
It's really weird.
Rethink your life.
It's really weird, dude. Yeah, it's super weird. I'm excited to see what you do with Alliance. I might make a character in your server just so I can have an Alliance character.
Join the Diamond Dogs, mate.
Well, what's the point? I wouldn't come on your server and not join your guild. But I wouldn't want to make. I've wanted an Alliance character for a long time, but
I've always preferred the aesthetics of the Alliance. I know that Blood Elf Master Race, never forget, but also, oh fuck, you know what I just thought then is one of my favourite Rogue armor sets is Alliance only, but I'm not bringing my Rogue back.
Oh.
No way. The Alliance set from TOC with the fucking tactical shoulder pads and shit like that is one of my favourite Rogue sets.
I want a Night Elf Druid. I want a Draenei Shaman. I want quite a few Alliance.
They're just very aesthetic.
I've got all these boosts sat on my account that I never use.
I definitely have a gnome mage. A female gnome mage because they put their arms back and forward like this.
Gnome warrior for days, bro.
Yeah.
Gnome warrior for fucking days. Right, we're off to do some work for you beautiful people. So if you got anything else to say, because that Q&A was basically just Andy, hit us up in the face, wonderful people. Is your Diamond Dogs the Diamond Dogs? Super important question.
No, it's Diamond Dogs, not the Diamond Dogs. Let me tell you why. Because they're called Diamond Dogs. They're not called the Diamond Dogs. Silver Moon EU Alliance.
Yeah, SoundClouds for John Wick and Logan are coming soon. We literally didn't have an hour this week. Unfortunately. The only time I actually stopped doing work stuff was to raid.
Oh, Pandora, I will check the stables. Thank you very much, mate.
Yeah. Am I a fool to be in a guild that does Emerald Nightmare heroic runs at TOV when I'm doing Nighthold heroic, but I'm helping them on raids when the raid days are doing Nighthold heroic on Pug? It's a really awkward question, Stamir.
What was it?
Can you word that question a little bit better, Stamir? So I'm not really sure what you're asking there. Anything I need to know for PreachCon? Should I bring my own booze? Either that or money. We have a bar. We have a private bar for the PreachCon. Yeah, we do. Oh, on the notice of PreachCon, sorry, now Emma's on. The PreachCons, I go full PreachCon pretty much from next week. So you'll be getting some stuff in your mailbox. So make sure you check that email. I'll tweet out when I've sent some stuff out though.
Prawn, don't worry, I don't want boosts on my characters, brother. I want to cap characters first. That's going to take a long fucking time. I'm just leveling characters and then joining.
There's no point in boosting right now. 7.2 is round the corner.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you feel about the Holy Paladin gameplay? I'm not a big fan, but some people really like it.
I've not tried it yet.
Yeah, it's very, it's still very turretous. It's better than it ever was. Certainly better than it was in Warlords of Draenor, from my opinion. But you got to remember, I'm not very into healing. I like being on the competitive side, and healing's not really like that. So I don't invest huge amounts of time. When I play the healers, I tend to do like we did for the healing series, is we'll go through it. I know how to do it. Don't get me wrong, I know how to do it. I did it for years earlier in WoW's life. But it's not something I spend a huge amount of time on now. So, yeah. We played For Honor today. No, we'll start the multiplayer streams from next web show. We just wanted to meet you guys. And it will be Killing Floor 2. We'll be doing some Killing Floor 2 in the next web show with you guys. How do you feel about Ret Paladins? Not that all the changes have happened. I don't know what that means. Not that all the changes have happened. Do you mean now? Now that all the changes have happened? Better. I want to spend some time with it. We're doing the guides again soon. Oh, it's on the list of stuff in it to do all the graphics and get that done.
Yep, that's on my list.
Yeah,
next
so you'll be
week.
seeing the guides again soon. I'm pretty sure I can cap the remaining characters on my account very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
What I think we're going to do with the guides is wait for 7.2, so we've got super fast catch up, and we're going to be on a pretty even playing field with all the classes for the next raids here, and go then. So it doesn't make much sense to start now. It doesn't make much sense to do that now. Will I be playing Zelda off stream for funsies? A little bit. As I said earlier, I picked up Wind Waker with my wife today. We were playing a bit of Wind Waker, but I'm also playing Zero Dawn in my off time because I want to play Zero Dawn, and obviously Andy's running the stream on Zero Dawn. So there you go.
Oh, Judy, no, mate. Keep him where he is. You are my hero, buddy. Just make a character on my server. It's fine, dude. It's fine. Don't bring over your fucking main. Just come. It's totally a social thing. That is it. That is it.
Yeah, we saw the new Deadpool trailer. It was good.
It's good.
I like the advanced 5-age guide, except I have shit Legos and not a 4 set yet. Oh, that's why it's the advanced one. At some point, when I'm doing the guides, because there'll be coming guides out for every class and spec in 7.2, so don't worry about that. At some point, if I want to do the advanced stuff, I have to assume people have tier bonuses and Legos. I mean, it makes no sense not to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop playing Zelda in raids. No. No. I'll tell you what, I'll stop playing Zelda in raids when we're not waiting 10 minutes to explain shit to dumb
when
players.
I'm the problem for the wipes.
When we're not sat there going, right, because this is the problem. Honestly, the end of the Mythic Nighthold is a fucking pain in the ass, man. It really isn't. It's the fun of the end of Mythic Nighthold is really draining me so much. Like Starbro, and I know Elisand will be the same, and Gul'dan will be the same. Is they're so brutally punishing that, and they're long.
Yeah.
They're just so long. And Botanist can even be put in there. Botanist isn't a hard fight, but it's in there as well. It's like nothing happens of interest in that fight until like the last minute and a half. But it takes minutes and ages to get there. And you're just like... especially when any mistake wipes the raid. Which is what they seem to have come up with now. This is the direction it's been going since Hellier. Is let's just make mechanics where if anybody makes a mistake, it just wipes the raid.
It's stupid, that is.
Yeah, do you remember me saying on Hellier, it was like the impossible
Do
game?
you know what
where you
I
had
was
multiple
thinking?
people
Yeah.
doing it?
Do you like when we saw the stats of how long it took to kill a boss and they were like tremendous amounts of times? But here's the thing now, you can't try and counter just hard boss fights anymore with those one-shot mechanics. And let me tell you why, it's because people make their living from this now. The game's changed. So stop making the one-shot mechanics. Just make.
I
like,
actually
hard
think,
bosses.
I mean, it's a theory I've got, but I've not really gone too much into it, so don't read into this. But it feels like we've got to a point where, in Mythic only, which is Mythics of, like, just look at the stats, it's the very top of the top of the top of the top. There are so few people up there. Is that mechanically, Blizzard can't come up with something the players can't counter. Mechanically.
Yeah.
Like, if it's just a mechanics issue, they're going to beat it, and they're going to beat it fast. So they seem to have been put in a position at this point with players with like over a decade of experience where the only way they can really effectively make stuff hard now is by just one-shotting you if you fuck up. Even minor things. Because you know last expansion, like Grand Conjunction we looked at earlier, we can switch to it while we say this. If we look back to a fight like this, you know in the last expansion, if someone fucked up Grand Conjunction, you almost guarantee it would have been them people who died, and the rest of the raid could have carried on.
Yeah.
Whereas now, pretty much all the mechanics in these fights are like, he made a mistake, you're all dead. Start again.
And as this fight goes on, like you said, it involves a lot of people as well.
Well, just look at this fight as an example. The hard part of this fight isn't for like 6 minutes. Like, this first part is... the fight doesn't even start till 90%. So this, you can see I have combustion. I have mirror images. I have all my cooldowns ready. Why? There's no reason to use them at this point in the fight because nothing happens.
Yeah.
So it starts boring. The start of the encounter is boring. And so you just sat and you're like, this bit fucking sucks. Then he casts this, now we can blow cooldowns. So I blow cooldowns because we're actually going to a phase where something fucking happens.
So you want to get out of that as quickly as possible.
Well, it's just the fact that the start of the fight is irrelevant. The fight doesn't start till 90% because it has to do all the drop away of the thing. It has to like expose the arena. So the first 10% of the fight is fucking dull as dishwater, absolutely boring. You don't even blow cooldowns. Then you come to 90%. Now the fight starts. Now we blow cooldowns. Now we get underway, and we're dealing with the icy phase. But this phase is really quite easy as well. It's difficult, brutal wise. It needs a ton of DPS and an absolute shit ton of healing. Mechanically though, It's super easy. You get a fell injection, you put it at the edge. You can kind of see these ice things exploding at the side. That's the mechanic. This is nothing a Mythic Raider would ever have trouble with, is like standing at the edge of a fucking room, right? And you get forever to do it as well. Similar with the fell phase, mechanically, not hard. You just paint the floor with fell stuff and try to leave as much space. So the fireman's got it, stand at the edge. Carry on DPSing. That's the mechanic of this phase. That's it. But, fuck it up. Everybody dies, you know, or they die. That's it.
It's boring.
It's really boring. Really, really boring. This stuff isn't hard. You meet up with the fucking thing, you do it there. And every pull goes on like this for 6 or 7 fucking minutes. And then in the last, like, minute of the fight, shit happens and then it gets interesting. But the last few fights in the Nighthold are like this. The botanist doesn't do anything, really, until the last phase.
Yeah.
Which is when it, like, goes all fucking... That's when you need to be really crisp on the mechanics. That's when you really need to nail stuff down. Any mistakes are going to fuck you really badly. But along the way, the relatively easy mechanics will still wipe you. Do you know what I mean? Because they're going to one-shot you, or they're going to one-shot the whole raid. That's how it works at the minute. And it's a real grind.
Yeah.
It feels really fucking tiresome. Because all this, right now, I'm watching TV. I'm not going to lie, I'm watching TV. There's nothing for me to pay interest in here at all. Look at this. I'm just stood at an edge of a room just shooting. Icy injection. Ice block. Move out. Carry on DPSing. For minutes at a time. Minutes and minutes at a time. It's... Save cooldowns for the next phase because it's going to transition in 2% and we're going to Bloodlust. But this is like a longer pull that I showed. At any point, one person accidentally brain farting, which always happens. You know, every now and then someone
happens, man.
Someone gets Grand Conjunction, they accidentally stand in the wrong place, anything like that. You're all wiped, get back, start this all over again. So I'm hoping this trend doesn't continue of really long, non-existent fights that just punish you brutally, almost unnecessarily in my mind. It's like unnecessarily punishing. But I do feel that they might be at a point where mechanically they can't really get you. So this is the mechanic here, is there's meteors. If you can, drop your shit in the meteor circle.
Yeah,
if you can't, drop it near it. That's the mechanic of this phase. And then you just continue to stand here doing basic dummy DPS for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can probably see why 78 wipes in or something like that of doing this. You're like, you know what I mean? But I don't want to take anything away here. The healers are working the balls off. My DPS has to be absolutely sort of spot on, or we won't make the phase transitions. Really tight DPS checks. Reduce your healers to the point where they're really stressed out while they're doing stuff, and make things that like one-shot you should you make a mistake. That's the way it's going. So I hope it doesn't stay that way. I want to see not this. I want to feel. I want cool mechanics that we have to
Even
do.
if it's a reduction in difficulty, would you say?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Because this long, oh, you're dead type system.
It's more of a chore than
WoW
fun.
is not fucking Dark Souls.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? WoW is not Dark Souls. It doesn't need to be that way. But I do feel like if they don't make it this hard, it's too easy. So they're probably in a rock and a hard place right now. Because this stuff's like ticking for 1 million on me. I get like sacrifice. You probably you might see Ironbark on me or something. Because as a mage, I can't. You know, it really wrecks me. And then we actually get to the last phase in a moment where things get really cool again. But it takes all this time that I've been talking to get there, to actually try it and learn it. You've got to go through all this. Do you get it?
Yep.
This is like the thing. So you can see all I do is just stand in the circle and fucking paint the thing. That's what I do. And hope I don't die. Because I think that thing ticks on you for 800k or something fucking crazy every second or so. So there's only 3 healers. So they're working the fucking balls off to keep you alive. Don't take away that you're not playing hard. So here we go. We're going to the last phase. And this is where... This is now, after all this time, now we're going to see some new stuff that maybe we have to learn how to deal with.
What caused the wipe in this one?
Any number of things. Because again, everything pretty much wrecks your face if you do it slightly wrong. So what you've got is a giant eyeball. I don't think you'll see it here. There, you can see that. That's an eyeball.
Holy shit, that's
yeah,
big.
it's huge. It's huge. And it laser beams across like you're getting Blackrock Hold.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to move out for that. Then you come back in together because the ad's going to spawn that does the fear. But that fear pretty much kills you if you get hit by it. Very close to being hit by killing you, depending on if you got defensive or not. So you have to kill the eye. And then we also have Grand Conjunction going on. So we contract for healing.
Oh shit, so Grand Conjunction's going on while the same time as these two
So here's the Witness the
on.
Void. You see that like really wrecks you. And it gets more intense as it goes on. You can see he got feared. noob. And then you have Grand Conjunction, but then you've got to move back in for the healing for the fear.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's going to kill you. And then you've got the eye coming back again. So there's the fear, moving back around, etc., etc. And there's the eyeball. You can kind of see the base of the eyeball there. And then it's going to laser beam and then go back in. So this has lots going on. I like this phase. Loads going on. Lots of interest. You know what I mean? Loads of movement. Loads of different mechanics to counter while maintaining high DPS. Like this. But it takes so long to get here. It takes so fucking long.
That's a lot of shit to do.
There's a lot of shit to do in this last phase. This phase is really interesting. But it takes so long to get here. And you just end up going through like 6 minutes of doing fuck all to reach this bit.
Yeah.
Which is the fun bit. You know what I mean? And it's the same with Botanist is exactly the same. Tichondrius is kind of the same as well. I haven't done Elisand or Gul'dan yet, but everyone's
you just
telling me...
tank that, or did you kill it?
You have to kill 2 of them, I think. Kill 2 of them, I think is our tactic, but we're about to die. There's barely anyone alive at this point.
Have you done this boss now?
No, this is one of the lower tries we had, but you can see everyone's dying here. Ads are running everywhere. There's fucking Grand Conjunctions going off. But yeah, Grand Conjunctions is awesome. Yeah. And then you get the laser beam and all that. Well, there you go. All right, ladies and gents, we are out for the night. Big kisses.
I'm going to log on for 5 minutes, just so that people can join, because a lot of people have asked. So I'm not going to be on for 5 minutes.
So you're going to be on WoW EU Silvermoon on the character known as
Wade Wilson.
Wade Wilson. Any wonky eyes or anything?
Yeah.
Type it in chat.
The Wade. Well, the eye. You can copy and paste this actually, and it'll just be Diamond Dog. So 5 minutes. I'll be on if you want to. It's literally just any character, social guild, there for a laugh. What a level something. That's it. No agendas.
0 Dawn on Monday. And then viewer raids coming after that. Everything all going on, ladies and gents. Thank you so much for a wonderful night. Yeah. Wade is in Deadpool. Yes, indeed. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful Sunday. Unless your Sunday's already started. Bye, everybody.
See you later.